We're good.
We're live?
We are live.
All right. Good morning, everyone. And if you're watching later or listening later, hello, hello. A couple of quick Jon Stewart show wrap-up things before we get into everything here today. Great job. Thanks, everyone. I'm looking at John's Paint Your Life picture on my left here, which is a little creepy. I thought that'd be up by now.
Where do you want it?
I don't know. We'll figure that out later.
Right behind you.
Not where it is. I'll say that. A couple of random notes for people. First of all, the people who are there are great. Lots of money. Fantastic. Thanks so much. Continue to donate if you want. John will be part of the show going forward for sure. We did some Q&A at the end. One person asked me after the show to recommend about a book recommendation I totally forgot. I'll remember that. And then Abigail Adams, president, I guess maybe it's because it's President's Week, is the answer to Nipples, who asked me which first lady had the biggest feet. I don't know why he asked me that. So that is pretty...
Believe me, if you open your ears, you know why he's asking.
I don't...
He'll shout it at you.
Who knows why? I have no idea, but he's texting somebody called Bigfoot. I don't know if he's a conspiracy guy during the show.
He may be, yes.
I'm not sure what's going on or not, but...
Yes.
Oof, boy. What the fuck is going on with you?
Oh, me?
Well, just
if I had one friend on this issue, I thought it would be
in your world. I'm saying in your world.
Oh,
yes.
I'll tell you. So
this all can be found on blindmike.net, by the way.
Yes.
We're the wrap-up show for that today. We'll start
right.
there. We have a million things we want to get to, but it seemed to have a little social media buzz over the weekend. So if you would,
was there?
Well, I mean, I didn't know. Would you Greg Hill all of a sudden?
I didn't get. I thought I would get tagged more in things. I did not. I thought people would post the video.
Maybe you tag yourself.
Very good.
Like
you have to go to
Chad Finn.
Patreon, folks.
Hey, go to Patreon to find that. All I know is, so I'm a subscriber.
Thank you.
And there was, and go subscribe at blindmike.net. There was a fight between you and Craig on, that got left up. And then, but what I saw was the beginning of the subsequent show, you guys were laughing about the fight. And I was
This
like,
is more idiocy because
I'm like, what happened?
on Patreon exclusively, the video is still up, so you can go watch the video.
So, okay, so
but
there
we
you
also
go.
post the audio version, and for some reason, on the Patreon audio version, it's cut out. I don't understand it.
Okay.
So you get the same audio version on Patreon that you do everywhere else.
So,
but
I mean, if you're comfortable talking about it,
Yes.
what happened?
So it's very easy to find. It's about 1 minute and 5 seconds into the
video
into the video version of
which is
Friday's
from
program.
a couple days ago. Yeah.
Yes. So 1 minute and 5 seconds in.
Let me just say before we start, I think I have a good understanding of it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah, you know what?
I can just explain the scenario.
Where are you at on it, Dave? Before we start, I want to hear. Before Mike, are you pro Craig, pro Mike?
Oh, pro Mike. I don't think Mike overreacted in any way.
I went back and listened because I'm always accused of being sensitive. I think I underreacted.
I mean, keep in mind,
I was angrier when I went back and listened.
Keep in mind, Craig is really stupid.
Yes, I took that into consideration.
Okay, go ahead.
So
I don't want to defend him, God.
Minute and 5 seconds into the show, and
this is the day after our live show.
Yes, and so topics are usually sent in by me. I generally pick what we're going to talk about.
Sure.
It's very rare Craig says, hey, we should start the show with this.
Yeah.
But today, Friday, he made an exception.
Sure, well.
And so if you've ever been to a Kirk Minahan live event, our pal Nipples has been there.
Yes.
And always, for whatever reason, so he used to work with Alba years ago.
Right.
And for whatever reason, he makes that very known.
Where was this? I mean, not specifically, but what world was this? Because he's significantly older than her.
Yeah, well, they worked in the same office.
Like a corporate world, I got you.
Yes.
Not like, because I know she's been a waitress or whatever. But no.
No. In the office world, the business world.
The real, I think the reason you're so angry, you're trying to protect this lovely woman is the idea that she's some kind of friends with this guy.
I want to protect her reputation.
If I were you, I would be so fucking gone. I'd be out. Like, I don't even.
This guy?
That's what baffles me the most. I'm like, what? This Alba's lovely. I'm like, what is she? I don't understand.
Well, they work together, and so when he heard me on the show originally, I gave enough descriptive adjectives or whatever that made him reach out to her and say, "Are you by any chance dating Mike Geary?" And so at every,
which I gotta say, I don't know. Even that's a little weird. Am I wrong? I don't know. Just leave. Just listen to the show.
I think it's all. Here's my thing. I've always thought it was very weird.
Right.
Not enough to ever mention it because he's a very nice guy. He means no harm. That's my opinion. That's my take on it. He means well. There's no malice. So I was never going to mention it. And I even said on the ride home to Dave, I noticed Justin found it very weird. He said,
what?
to Justin, he goes, I was texting Alba, and Justin goes, you were texting her?
Oh, he's never. I will say, I don't speak to him. He's never. I had no idea about any of this before.
Right. Well, so he's made it very known,
the
and it's
one.
always
What's
I
that? You're the
overhear
one.
it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, I think the king is. I think he knows. Like
You don't. Yeah.
yeah, like I don't. I have limited. He's not
Right.
gonna say anything to me. I don't think.
He was wearing a custom Nipples T-shirt.
but he
that
never-
said
tell you-
Dave's assistant on the
But
back.
I'll tell you, he doesn't talk to me except to say, "Did you like?" The only thing he ever says to me is about golf stuff.
Right.
It's like, did you ever play Pleasant Valley in Sutton? I'm like, yes, I've played there. Like, so what? Like, I don't know. But then
Now
right
he
away,
knows.
his head goes down. He starts texting away, and he starts laughing and whatever. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if that's a code or what that is.
A lot of heart emojis. And yeah.
I saw him take a. Mike was in a sort of an unfortunate position. He took a picture of that. That's laughing away. I don't know what's
This
going
fat fuck.
on. Her dad's on the text thread. There's a lot going on there.
Well, what always made me uncomfortable
So anyway, yeah, I'm sorry.
was that he, like, it was almost like I would overhear him. It wasn't him talking to me and other people would hear it.
So he would never go up to you and be like,
Sometimes he would.
have you ever been out with them socially? Like,
No.
Okay. Yeah.
No.
Did you know? So you didn't know him before?
No.
Yeah.
No, I've only ever seen him at KMS events.
Does she privately? And feel free to is she privately like this guy's kind of weird or?
She thinks he's very nice.
Okay, that's a
Yes.
yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's not possible.
She thinks he's very nice, but put it this way. Jim Hackett was a very nice guy, right?
Yeah, Isaiah Moskowitz, a nice guy.
It'd be odd if he texted you right now and was like, "Hey." how's it going?
Yes, it would be.
So that's what
Yes,
I
it
mean. Like,
would.
it,
Yes,
just,
it
it was odd. So it's a little odd, but he's very nice and means well.
Is it
So,
every live show this comes up?
Yes.
Every time.
Yeah.
Same with you, Dave?
Not just live shows, but like when we were at Shoppers Cafe. Every
Well, I would say
yeah.
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Same with you, Dave?
He doesn't bring that up specifically to me every live show, but he said it to me before.
Do you
at a
think he
live show.
says it to other people? Like, hey, just so
Yes.
you like, okay, boy, that's weird.
Well, so I listened.
That's
to,
I mean that's weird. No,
There was like when he did it the other night. There was probably 8 people around.
I'm not saying it's like malicious, but it's just weird.
Oh, it's not. That's the thing is, it's not at all malicious. But I listened to like Menners and those guys, and they were like, absolutely, was mentioned to us the second we.
Oh,
like,
right.
yeah.
Oh, boy.
So
I see. I'm out. This is what happens when you're on. I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
and like I said, I made a joke about it to Dave on the ride home. I was like, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
But I was never mad enough to like ever. I was never mad.
Right.
I wouldn't have mentioned. I just thought it was odd.
Yeah. Got to
And
wrap this
so-
up quick because Snell's wake is 11:30 today. So
I'll get to it. So at a minute and 5 seconds in, I went back and looked
A minute
at
and 5
it because
seconds
I was so
into
mystified.
the Blind Mike project on Friday.
Just on Patreon.
On
yes.
Patreon only.
Yes.
There you go.
I
Smart.
do have a question about last night.
What's that?
Hold on.
You don't have the express written consent to play this, by the way. But
Good
go.
point.
I'll
It's a good point. The so when he says that to you, I have a question about last night.
Yeah.
How many times would you have to guess before you would guess that? 10,000?
Oh, yeah, I never would have
million?
thought it would come up. Yeah.
Like off the air, it might.
Off the air because Craig wasn't there, so off the air I'd still be surprised.
Who's telling Craig this, by the way?
That he makes it seem
Call a
like it
name?
was Nipples,
Oh, these fucking
but
people.
but it wasn't. I don't think.
You think it was Dave?
I don't know.
It's
I
definitely possible.
already said to Mike that I was nervous. He thought I was the source.
Well,
And
that's
I
a-
still
that's
don't
a-
know.
That's a yes.
I was not the
And
source.
somehow I'm still not
I
confident.
was not the source. I was not.
Well, I'm surprised he didn't know. If it's something everybody else knew, he didn't know before. He goes to all the live shows, doesn't he, this idiot?
Yes.
There's a chance that one of them I mentioned to him after. Like, that's a little weird, huh? I might have said that to Craig in the past, but again, it wasn't a big thing, so I don't really remember.
How devastated would you be if Alba left you for Nipples? And she said, I'm leaving you for Nipples.
For many,
I don't think you can come back.
for many reasons, I'd be
think-
terribly
I don't think you
devastated.
can come back from
no,
that.
no, no.
I think command at that point just
Yeah.
doesn't.
No, there's
Oh,
no
he has a-
blind program that could tell
He
me
has a
that
very,
that's-
you can do all the fencing in the world.
Yes. Yeah.
They have t-shirts together. Mrs. Nipples. She's at the live shows. You're there. She's like, she's helping out. She's
I'd have to call the real Mrs. Nipples, and
That's
we
true.
confide in each other.
It's like, Mike, get out of the way. I'm trying to help Dave out here.
I'm still at all the shows. I don't
nothing-
separate
nothing
myself. I'm
changes.
just like, oh, okay.
Nothing
All right.
changes. Yeah, Mike, we're doing a live wedding for the two of them. Can you just stand up?
I'm the
before?
best man.
They really want to watch Quincy with you. You subscribe.
Oh, so that was the other thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
He subscribes to my page. So another reason I would never be like you're very good at that, at shitting on your audience in a way where they still like listening to the show.
Sure.
I'm not.
Right.
So I have no intention of being like, fuck this guy.
I think he's just I don't know him at all.
Yeah.
Like if you ask me what his name was, I would say his name is. I don't know him.
Right.
But like he just seems like I think Jim Hackett. If people probably don't know, he used to be a sales guy at EEI. He left. He's at Channel 5 now, Mike.
I heard much say that.
I'm not breaking news. That's why you get to subscribe to that Substack. Get big meaty news like that.
Yeah.
They're just talkers.
Yes.
Like I ran into one
That's
of those
why I
guys
thought it was a good comparison.
in Arizona. This guy Wayne Partello. He used to work at Entercom. He was sort of a sales guy. Worked for the Padres. They're just talkers.
Right.
Isaiah Moskowitz. Remember him?
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah.
A talker makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to be near these people.
Right.
Jerry Callen always said the worst thing in the world would be walking onto a 6-hour flight and Jim Hackett sitting next to you. It's true.
It's a great. Yeah, that's a perfect analogy.
Back when Jerry had a sense of humor. So I think Nipples is just like a talker.
Yes.
But a sweet guy.
A perfect description.
Yeah.
And so then Craig jumps into this.
Idiot.
So I had a source reach out to me and said that someone that listens to this program is on a texting relationship with someone you might live with.
All right. So
Well, he's
hold
very
on.
vague. I can't
hold
figure
on.
out who he's. Is it Albert or one of my 11 roommates that I always mention?
Also, is this? I think this is Craig trying to be like the troublemaking producer, like you know what I mean,
So
like the wacky.
the great visualist Dave, I thought, made a great point, as he often does.
Yeah.
He said, "There's," and it was nice because I thought this, but I was like, I'm overreacting. But then he said, "There's no reason you would bring that up other than to get a rise out of me."
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, why else would you bring it up?
I just think they do a show and they just like bust each other. Not busting each
Here's
other's
the other
balls in a
thing.
bad
If it
way.
was
It's just
30
like-
minutes into the show and he threw this in, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to get into that." It stopped me dead in my tracks. It was the first thing we talked about.
it's just a weird. I'm not sure what the point is.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So, what was Mike's reaction?
Nipples. Apparently was
What the fuck are you doing, dude?
what?
What are you doing?
Oh, I thought it was a joke. My fault. Ignore me.
I don't understand why you bring that up on it.
I thought he was joking. That's why.
No, I hate that he goes around telling everyone he.
Oh, so
By the way,
this is what you were saying
At
90
this
seconds
point,
ago.
well, at this point, I thought Nipples reached out to Craig and said that.
He probably did.
That's why I was like, "Boy, is that annoying."
He probably did.
Yeah.
Don't you think, Dave, or no?
I don't know. I don't think he reached out
I don't
to
think
Craig
so.
to say. Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, they're probably in some chat, the 90 million chat.
That's very possible.
But you can tell like Mike is furious at that when he does his like laugh, like you didn't hear that?
Yeah, I
was
heard,
like
I
that.
heard dude. That's
what are you
it is,
doing?
yeah. So what is a reason that I think I understand, but why are you so angry at that point?
Because now I have to talk. Now it seems like there's a thing that I'm hiding or something, and now I have to talk about it and make fun of this guy, I guess,
Yeah, I
who
get you.
doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
You know, like there's no reason for me to shit. Craig says I brought it up so we could shit on this guy. Well, I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. It's a weird. I don't know. I mean, Craig's so dumb. He's just such a dumb.
That played into my. We get over it about 20 minutes into the show. And
See,
that
me, I
played
would have
into
then,
it.
I would have then said to Craig, knowing his weakness, I'd been like, so now we could talk about your kids, right? Like,
Right,
Your
right.
stupid, messed up kids.
You'll
Like,
hear a lot of silence,
Yeah.
and all of this is. I'm like, geez, boy, this is a real test. What do I do here?
so how bad does it get?
I don't know.
Is it that level? Does it get bad, Dave? Or is it like,
No, I think Mike is just more like
I'm
frustrated.
perplexed.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
it's strange.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, in your mind, he says to you, "I'm texting Mike's girlfriend."
I thought you would go off like, why the fuck would he joke about that?
I don't know why you joke about it. I am annoyed by it. I don't like that it gets mentioned all the time. Now I don't like that it's mentioned on.
So when we say all the
show.
time, what are we talking about?
Every live event.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he just tells people?
Yeah, and
a
I think
fucking
we're
what?
probably over exaggerating that, but it does.
no, it's
feel
every
that
live
way.
event. I mean, to me
Dave's
anyway.
protecting his like. His
Oh well, I don't
Yeah.
know.
You don't think that's weird? Just tell
And
random people like, hey, I text Mike's. Like, I used to.
I'll
Depends,
tell you
like,
the
in
other
what
reason.
context, I
The other
guess.
reason I was annoyed by
It's
it.
weird in any context.
The other reason I didn't want it on
fucking weirdo.
air is you're now one follow-up question away from getting a lot of information about her. You know what I mean?
True.
That's what I didn't like also. Is like, well, now you just ask him where he worked and fuck, you know.
Right. Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But I don't. Yeah, I don't. Just shut up and go to the show. Like, why do you? I mean, you know, Alba's great, but this is not something I'd be like walking around bragging to people about.
I don't brag about it.
I used to work with her.
You know that is not the world that you created. Is shut up and go to the show.
Well, I mean, to some extent it is. Like, I don't know. Like, who cares? Like, I don't mean that Alba's great, but like,
No, it's
if you tell a random person, you think the person's gonna be like, what? Like, you know, I don't know.
Right.
One thing if the guy's like, I used to write baseball cards with Kirk in Upper Deck. I could see where people would be like, wow, Jesus, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah,
Maybe once, not the 8th time.
I'm a phone call away from Alba.
I don't get it. I don't understand. Jesus, I don't know. What were you gonna say, Dave? Seems like you want to defend this guy.
No. I just said I was just.
He was a nice
defending
guy.
Here's the thing. He doesn't
everything.
deserve defense. That's why I didn't want to mention it. Is he shouldn't have to defend himself now?
Right.
You know.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I don't mean in a
Exactly.
bad
Yeah,
way. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
you know, it's just. But so how does it work at these live shows? What does he do? Like, who's he go up to?
Well, that's what I don't know.
Well, so he'll say to me, like, "Oh, I texted Alba. I guess she's got a work thing. She couldn't make it tonight." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." But also,
Is he texting her now only because of the show?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Do they still work together?
No.
Weirder.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Like,
so the one that got me is just that I heard him say it to Justin. I heard him mention to Justin that he was,
why?
and I heard that's when it like really sank in. Where Justin goes, "You were texting her?" Like Justin was stunned by it, and I was like, "Oh, this is weird."
Justin, by the way, give me like being like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Give me a fist bump the other night at the live
Did he?
show. Yeah, like general manager
that's
Justin.
casual
Just not
Justin,
my-
that's
yeah,
good.
I don't think I need that anymore.
I want
Great
that.
performance by Justin. Flawless night.
Yeah, it's true.
Nicely done.
He looked insane though.
Why?
He just
Why
looked
do you say that?
ravaged. His like clothes were all dirty. He did not look like a general manager. He looked like a guy like cleaning back, the kitchen or
He's
cooking.
a regular Joe. He's not above it. I think that's the environment he creates.
That's true for
Small
sure.
menus
for
and-
sure.
Yeah.
But he's telling Justin that.
Yeah. And so,
weird.
and
That's
he
just
obviously
weird.
told someone that messaged Craig, I guess, or something. But
I guess Craig wouldn't tell you who it was.
I didn't ask.
Oh, he'd tell you, wouldn't he?
I'm sure, yeah.
You should find out. I just weird. I don't know. That's you don't agree with that, Dave?
To what? Find out who it was?
Just to go up to Mike and be like, "Hey, yeah, I texted her." Like, "Yeah, she's not here tonight."
it's
Like, what the
it's
fuck?
definitely weird, but it's like his personality is not doing that in a malicious way. Like that, he is kind of a
yeah.
talk about his
I
job
understand.
type of guy in
I
golf
understand.
and all. Yeah,
But like that, sometimes it's not always the right thing.
yeah.
It's on you. And I was always like a couple minutes away from being like, "Hey, could you not do that?" But I never felt it was worth making an issue of it. You know?
I think we're there now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think he gets it now.
Well, who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
Which so he's there, and he got absolutely cucked by Snell, who took over the number 2 spot. And then
Right.
this weekend, this fucking world.
That's why
like,
he had to cuck me. It was a
Right.
chain of, yeah.
This fucking world. Like now, Snell is texting train schedule, tweeting them out, and just.
Do
say
you,
the
when you
peop-
see that, are you like, find your own method? You know?
Yes.
Swallow
Also,
some
like
pills or something.
my thing is like it's kind of like I can do it, but like I don't know how funny it is when somebody else does it. Like,
Right.
I don't mean that like do whatever you want, but like yeah, exactly. Like kind of get your own thing.
Yeah.
But he's saying people are texting him death threats, and calling him, and like you said, the Visionless Dave guy said, "No, I was just trying to get him on some show. I don't know what show that is."
I thought he did say he texted him, though, or something, right?
He texted
Didn't
him.
say
It's
that?
not like he
He
texted
reached
him.
out to me too.
Who did?
He thought I
Snell?
gave, Snell asked me if I gave his number to somebody, which is I would never give his number to somebody. I said,
No, I can say I don't have Snell's number. I'm very happy to say, nor would I ever want.
I
it.
do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And then he said he's getting off Twitter, but I wonder if he's, the male version. He's Jerry DeCaro or something. If he'll be back on Twitter in 2 days, I have no idea. Probably best if he's off Twitter for a while and just get his shit together. Would be my suggestion.
So that goes probably for everyone.
Yeah,
Take a break from
the
Twitter.
world's not for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't mean that. I mean this world is not for everybody.
Right.
So I would say just take your time and listen to the show.
He's definitely going through something. Like even before this happened this weekend, like just his performance on Thursday night.
Oh, he seemed very.
It was bizarre.
No, but it
seemed
was
very
like
put
too
together,
happy.
though.
Yeah, but it was like too happy. It was too like, do you need this? Do you need that? Can I do
Yeah.
that? And it was super nice. It was helpful to me, but it didn't appear that was like normal.
What was the
Steve
tweet where you
Snell.
said I'll have to live with it? Live with what?
I'll have to live with it.
Somebody did that with it. I think it was the Z Robinson guy. You were talking.
Oh, first of all, that was misquoted. I believe I said I'll have to live with it, not he.
What
will
is
have
it?
to. There was buzzing in the speaker.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
whatever.
I don't
So yeah, I mean, it was a wild. Everyone's just going. It was like people were losing their minds. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm just like, I'm literally like, that's how Stern used to be. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. who is this? Who's fighting? What? Huh?
I was telling Dave too that there's a moment where I'm like silent and Craig's trying to transition and he brings up Jerry for some reason and I'm just like, you can hear me not
I will
listening.
say this: you guys were talking about the Jerry video yesterday.
Yeah, we don't need to do a recap of last night's show.
Well, no, I was gonna say the whole reason that was a whole thing is because it was a poorly cut clip. I thought, because the whole point of that clip was talking about how there was like a girl crying that Leah Thomas was. That's why Jerry was fired up, because there was a girl crying about it being in the locker room.
Right.
And
Fuck
he didn't
I'm
give
not,
a-
I'm not listening. I didn't hear a word of
I'm
that.
annoyed with him at this point. What the fuck is he yapping about?
Craig, I'm stunned that he brought something up to start the show, or I don't know what I would have done with it, but the chat says I'm overreacting to it, so maybe
That was the other thing. Craig goes, I don't know, maybe I'm overreacting. And Craig goes, the chat says you are. I was like,
People have spoken.
Oh, excuse me.
So what's the relationship between you and Craig now?
But we were fine 20 minutes later.
Oh.
I got over it.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I know.
What was his point that Leah Thomas? What the fuck is he talking about?
I couldn't make heads or tails of it.
Is that what I sound like when I'm getting annoyed with producers? I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, it's funny because in the girl crying in the chat and crying and video cut badly, Jerry.
In that moment, I was probably thinking, if I just end the show, I'm ripping off. I can't. I have to do something now. I have to
that's
keep.
that's my thing.
Yeah, I got to keep going.
True. Yeah, you battled through it.
I did.
What was Snell's tweet too? Well, he was like, "Great night all around, except for the hag I was sitting next to." Did you see this?
Yes. Who was sitting
Jesus.
next to him?
What was that?
Who was sitting next to him? First of all, I thought he was talking about you as a joke because you were next to
maybe.
him,
Yeah,
right?
that picture was very creepy. I didn't know that.
Maybe that's
I
what he
look behind. Yeah.
I don't think so,
Little
because I saw the thread and I think he was. Who was sitting next to him? Do we know?
Yeah, but
A lovely woman, I'm sure.
I think it was one. It was the mortgage woman. I don't think it was. He was talking about her.
No.
Yeah,
no, our friend Julie.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was another girl that I don't know her name.
Okay.
She came in halfway through, or think, or
Okay.
something.
Kind of a hag or no?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't know which one.
Huh. I don't know. Yeah, that was. But that's to me is like Snell trying to be like outrageous.
Ah.
And it's like can you just go to the show.
Right.
Eat the.
You don't have to be part of it.
Eat the. Let's be honest. Less than stellar food.
Oh,
just
no. Was it? I didn't eat.
Nipples said the chicken fingers were the best chicken fingers he's ever had.
That's weird. Albus said I heard the chicken fingers.
Is that true?
That's so strange.
Chicken fingers might mean something else. That'd be so great.
So you at least have the chicken fingers? I heard they were great. No, why?
The chicken fingers. The food was fine. The very good. I thought the set was good. I thought it went pretty well.
Yeah.
Overall, like I never know what to expect. I thought once we figured out what the balance was, then the show was fine.
Yes.
Like actually, I thought John's family coming up was a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't sure how that was going to go. They were pretty good sports about it. And it
Yes.
seemed like it was.
You
a
could
good
tell his
night.
sister was a little emotional, but she got.
She's crying.
Yes.
Yeah, she's looking at Snell. That's why. Just staring at her.
That line when she called me little, that was not nice.
You are a little guy.
That was not nice.
No question about that.
That's someone who's in on the joke.
That's true.
That's
She loves
someone.
that.
No,
She loves
that's just an observer that doesn't
That's
know
true.
the joke and
No,
just saw
she
how
knows the
tiny
joke,
he is.
Mike. Trust me, she
I
knows the
think he
joke.
saw a tiny man before.
That's true. But yeah, it was a good night. Well, that's good. So there was always a little controversy applying Mike Todd. That's a good thing. I
That's
think it's,
right,
you know,
yes.
a little
You gotta
tension
go.
between you two.
That's right.
Did Craig apologize after the show or not?
I think at the end of the show, I said, "I'm sorry if I overreacted," and he said, "Sorry for bringing it up." It was that mutual thing.
There you go.
Yes.
Good. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That Jerry cut is funny though. It's just fucking. I listened like 30 more times this weekend. I just can't get over it. I can't get over it. He doesn't understand why I think it's funny, so that's even funnier. So
Right.
He's very into this Leah Thomas thing. I don't really know why, but anyway. What else is going on?
Well, if you'd like to get right into it, if you want to talk about that Mazz audio
Oh, right.
that people think we shouldn't have tweeted
Well,
out.
no, do not become this person.
Cancel Kirky.
Don't become this person on Twitter. Where four people on.
Oh, I'm not worried about it. I'm just saying that's ridiculous. It's just a ridiculous.
Well,
take.
I mean, we'll play the clip. So this is the end of the show on Felger and Mazz, the #1 sports show in America right now, on Friday's show, right? So
Yes.
Felger is in like one of those hotel like business rooms,
Yeah.
which to me is the biggest like fuck you to EEI I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
Like,
so is he there and they're not?
Yeah.
Are they in two different locations?
I think,
Oh,
I think they're actually in 3 different
I
locations.
didn't realize that. Okay.
Jim and Mazz were in the studio, I believe.
Oh, looked like they were in different. Who knows? Okay, yeah, I don't know. But boy, like talk about being like, yeah, we'll beat you anywhere. Like Felger's literally in a computer room at a hotel with like other people in the room doing the show.
Right.
And there's
Probably robbing the computers. Am I right?
What's that?
I said they're probably taking the computers.
What are they going to use computers for? What?
Right.
You know what
That's
I'm
a
saying?
good point. Yeah.
I'll probably get fired for that. It'll be perfect. So they there's a guy in the background, a black guy, right?
Yep.
And so yeah, here's the end of the show.
Yeah, I want to know now who the 2 guys behind you are. That's what I want. Okay. Because if I were you,
I'll be off in 2 minutes. I'm just doing. I got just. If,
He's
if
talking
I'm
to
too
guys
loud,
there.
just let me know. Honestly,
they can't.
2 more minutes.
They can't hear us, right?
No, not you.
Okay, no, so I would be careful if I were you, because the last time you were on a couple of guys like that, they stole your car.
Here's Chris in Boston. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so first of all, great job by Felger to just be like, yep, moving on. Two,
I learned something in that class. I was like, oh, you can just not address something.
smart, because I would have done 40 hours on it.
Yeah.
Smart, 98.5 won't talk about it, smart. I saw the audio. First of all, you saw it first, Dave. I don't know where you got it from. Somebody sent it to you?
No, I just saw like random
Oh,
tweets. The algorithm helped me out.
Gotcha.
Snitch Dave.
So there you go. So my thing is Dave tweeted. I'm like, great. We'll always talk about stuff like that. And my point was, and I'll go stand by it all day. If I said that or Jerry said that in 2015 or 16, the Curtin Callan show, I saw some people say, get over it. I'll never get over it. I hate the Globe. The Globe would absolutely hold. They would stop the presses for a week and do editorials.
Right.
Call for firings. They'd have would be meeting with groups. Sensitivity training would be suspended. Would apologize. The whole thing, the works. Chad Finn, Shirley leading the charge, because there may be some context to that. There may be an old joke about something, but like we used to have context for our stuff too. To me, it's exactly the same. Exactly the same.
There has to be context, right?
But to me, it's
That we
exactly,
don't know?
because John and Jerry used to say all the time that there's stuff that there's context. To me, it's exactly the same as the Metco thing. Exactly. Right. I mean, what's the difference? Like, I mean, you could say, different wording, different uses, but I mean, that is racist. I mean, it's a joke, by the way. And like I said, I don't want Tony to be fired. I don't want anybody to get in any trouble. And I saw some people say, well, by doing this, you're well, too bad. This is what we do.
The Metco thing is a little bit more aggressive.
I don't think so.
I said the only thing different is
Tony
could be
sure.
like, I was literally saying it looks like that guy, whereas John and Jerry would have had a problem saying that,
That's true. It was Gorilla, is that right? Yeah. I mean, that's true. So you're probably right. But
Jerry also wasn't like, hey, can anybody hear me before I say this?
Oh,
they can hear me. Can they?
I mean, say what you like. It's a racist joke. Which, by the way, like for me, I'm at the point now. I don't think anybody should be suspended for anything. Like I'm done. I'm good. If businesses change their mind, if they say, hey, this is hurting our business, we have to do this to save. That's a different conversation. But to me, what should happen is you should talk about it. You should have a conversation. Other shows should talk about it. That's never going to happen. But that's what should happen here, because that is way worse than anything I ever said on the air. Ever. Plain and simple, by the definition of like the Shirleys of the world, when I say worse.
Right. But I guess my question would be, because I've noticed this recently, like
do you have a problem with me like tweeting that out?
No, I think it's what I was thinking all weekend was it would be hilarious if you were the only guy who exposed that clip, and then also the only guy that defended him when he got fired.
That's true. That's what would happen.
Like, why would you make a big deal of this?
Right. To me, it's a totally Globe issue. Like if this was three guys in whatever Tacoma would talk about, but I don't know. Like guys have gotten fired.
That's the thing, is if it was a random radio show, we'd be making fun of them for like, holy shit. But
it's a wild thing to say on the radio for Tony. I'll say that. Like I don't even, to the point where there must be some context that we're not aware of. Like, but context doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter when people are listening for 8 minutes every 4 hours.
My only question would be, is the fact that they're not making a big deal of it almost a good sign, in the sense that, like, yeah, in 2015, 16, whatever, you and Jerry would have taken a ton of shit for that. But now, like, I don't see even the Globe doing that shit anymore. I feel like people have gotten tired of that. Like, the headline, like, radio host makes racist remark doesn't get as many clicks anymore.
I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Definitely gets clicks on the internet. I don't know about
does it still? I wouldn't really give it.
I mean, for David did. I saw that.
But sound, I would like playing it, but I wouldn't really give a fuck.
But I don't know where I don't know where in the past, if I said that, right?
Yeah.
Like obviously the Globe would do it, but it'd also be those like the awful announcings would grab it.
Yeah.
And the Deadspins would grab it. They seem to be, New York Post would grab it. Now,
that's what I'm
saying.
They
seem to be gone.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck anymore, I don't think.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. All I know is like Chad Finn, was completely dickless. I tagged him on it. He untagged himself
I didn't even know you could do that.
He's done it before. So the other one who's done that before is Megan Ottolini. Oh. And then I saw, prior to Dave finding it, Chad had retweeted somebody basically who said how awesome the thing was with Felger that day, right?
Yes.
Which he then deleted that retweet, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So I
How
mean,
awesome the joke was?
how funny it was that he's in like a business. How funny it is he's in like a business
having to apologize to people.
Yeah, they'd be like, it's so awesome or whatever. I mean, the Chad Finn thing is he'll tweet about something great about 98.5, and he'll retweet some good-looking girl who says something liberal. That seems to be the Chad Finn playbook.
Nice.
But but he's in the tank, and the Globe's in the tank. Like, there's no, I know this, but it continues to frustrate me still, and I'll never get past it. I mean, like nothing is going to happen. And that's, while I agree is a good thing, it's just weird that it just happens. I mean, this is like, by their definition, a wildly racist statement. By their definition,
there is, and so I understand the people that were saying like by tweeting it out, you're making a bigger deal.
Absolutely,
like, you're calling attention to it. Of
course,
but there's also, in a weird way, and this probably wasn't your intention at all.
It's a cone of protection.
Yeah,
totally
you're
is.
protecting them.
I knew that.
They're definitely
of course, I knew that.
Yeah,
absolutely. No, I knew that. But also, I mean, honestly, I don't give a fuck if they get in trouble or not. I got in trouble enough for saying stuff not as bad. So tough shit. Like you say something stupid like that. It's 2023.
Right.
You're gonna. I mean, that is a racist joke, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you're saying a black guy's gonna steal a car.
It's
unless
so
I'm missing
blatantly if you were writing a show about like some Dorchester fucking that'd be a joke.
Right.
Which makes me think there has to be something to it that we don't understand.
I don't know.
You know?
I guess.
Deliberately not acknowing it is weird. It's just so weird.
No, I think it's smart. That's where they're smart.
No, but like
I was
it's
saying that today.
it's like everybody who works in that industry, they're all interested in what everybody else is doing and saying. You know, every one of them is reading the trade publications and all this stuff and the Barrett medias.
They're not going to write about this.
No, I know, but like all these, everybody saw that and they just didn't respond in any
they're all-
way.
But not everybody saw it. And then today, if Tony Mazz says, on Friday I made
That's
a
not gonna
racist
happen,
remark,
I don't
that's that makes it way worse.
No, it had no. Chad Finn's entire journalistic endeavor into this was to untag himself and to delete a retweet. That's it.
Help him make it go.
Buck liked it. Buck interacted with it. Buck's
Did he?
probably known Mazz
What did
for
he
30
say?
years. No, he just liked the tweet.
Yeah, he's not going to write it, please.
No, he would never write it, but
He'd eat pussy before he does that. Right?
I guess.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Am I getting in trouble for that? Oh, can you hear me?
No, I think it's a good comparison.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do, Buck? Huh? He's another fucking loser.
Yeah, the colored folk can't hear you, can they?
No, certainly not. No, believe me. Buck will date somebody half his age before he does that.
Shouldn't be a problem.
What's that?
Shouldn't be a problem.
No, I mean, I'm saying it's 10 years older than he likes. He likes him young, illegal, but young. Young, dumb, and full of cum, I would say. But yeah, I don't know. It drives me nuts. It enrages me. I hate them all. I hate Buckley. I actually like the three guys. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And I hate Finn and the Globe, and it just annoys me that, they would spend, and it affected my life. Like, they would try and ruin my life over something. I don't know. I called Aaron Andrews a bitch, which was absolutely stupid. And then, whatever. I said, made a joke about masturbating to a transgender, but and now I don't know, what's worse, what's not worse. That's why I always battle with this stuff. Like, what's a racist joke? You say somebody's the Mecco train is bus and Maserati says a black guy's in a Syria car. What's bad?
Yeah.
What's not bad? Why do they select this? Why do they select? I have no idea. I don't even know.
Yeah. The only thing I thought was almost a positive is there's not a recent example of them dumping all over someone that did the equivalent. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a recent example of them writing about you,
Well, that's only
which
because-
makes me think
well,
it's
that's only-
like
that's
they've
only
gotten over it or something.
It's not that they've gotten over it. It's just that they got their scalp.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I mean.
So,
That's what I mean is that it's not still their mission to ruin people.
No, because they did ruin somebody. So now they can, they ruin.
But
so
a lot of Deadspin never stopped when they would get. You know what I
Deadspin's
mean?
dead though. I mean, Deadspin is gone.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, and I don't know what awful announcing. And by the way, I don't, who knows? I have no idea. But it seems like they dodged it again. I remember we defended Zolak here during that Cam Newton thing, right?
Yeah.
yes.
Which was what?
Was he talking about his dancing or something? He told him to
Yes.
stop dancing.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I have no problem. I defended Zolak. I love Zolak. And the Globe could easily, like they did with us, make some bullshit story about, geez, this is problematic with the Cam Newton thing. Now we have Tony Maserati saying this. Boy, there's a real problem going on in 98.5.
Sure.
The problem is the guys in 98.5 never go after the Globe, so the Globe's not going to do that.
Right.
So that's how it works. This is in what Finn is doing and Shirley won't do because she's seen it too, I'm sure. This is how it works. They pick and choose what they want to do. It's not the same. We haven't talked about it yet. We will at some point. They tried to take down, Bob Holler tried to take down this Harvard women's hockey coach.
Yep. That's not
Katie
over.
Stone. No, it's not over yet. Yep. But they tried to take her down. And they basically it started from Tom Werner, used his stepkid. His stepkid didn't get to play in the team that much. She left. And so Werner was like, fuck it, I'm going to take this woman down, basically used the Globe. We talked to Werner. He didn't know that we made something up when we talked to him. He basically confirmed it. They tried to ruin this woman's life.
Claims there was no conflict of interest in the
Right,
story. Puts
yeah.
no disclaimer. inside
That's
of
a
it.
good. That's a good way to look at it too. Is the reason you're angry about it is because they're hiding behind some moral integrity.
Yeah.
When it's really just vindictive shit. Of
course.
Like if Felger slammed whoever at the Globe, or like
You
they
think
really
if
cared.
Felger went after Shirley all the time? That Shirley
She'd write about it.
Of course
Yeah,
she
yeah, yeah.
would.
That's
Like,
a good. That's a better. That's right. That's a
Well, thank
better
you,
way to
Mike.
put it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Pat me on the head.
You've
Good,
gotten me
thanks.
there.
Good.
You've gotten me on your side.
Good job. But I'm like, it's like this is what they do. Like, I mean, Werner's stupid new wife there, that dummy, is good friends with Linda, that dummy. So what do? They get together, they go on fancy trips, and they say, oh, this isn't fair that my daughter doesn't get to play on some hockey team. Let's try and ruin this woman's life.
Right.
Yep. This is what they do. I mean, let's ruin Kirk Minahan's life. Shirley told me that. Like, this is what they do. So they continue to do this, except sometimes they don't. And I'm glad, because I like Tony. I know Tony's going through a tough time. I don't want him to get in trouble. I love Jim Murray. We know that. I've always gone along great with Felger. So I'm glad. I'm glad they're going to get through this fire.
Right.
But I'm also going to talk about it. That's never going to change, ever.
Yeah, and it's just hilarious because it's not even like a nuanced thing. Like if that's literally what Mazz is saying, it's a mockable clip. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want anyone fired either. But it is hilarious that a guy in 2023 would be like, they're gonna steal your car. It's
crazy.
What the fuck is he thinking?
But none of these guys like really talk about each other. I mean, like I agree with you. I think you should be talking about this stuff. But like if something happened with Greg Hill, 98.5 will never mention it. I don't really know why.
Toucher and Rich might.
Maybe, but like in a subtle way.
Yeah.
Like I know Fred's going through some stuff. They won't. I don't know what it is, but they won't talk. Like it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Now. The world has changed, and maybe it's everyone's like good. And like we don't have to deal with this shit anymore because it was crazy 6 or 7 years ago. Maybe. I have
And
no
I'm not
idea.
saying you shouldn't be angry, because you definitely should be, but you also continually bring that stuff up, as I would, you would, Mike would, or whatever. So they probably like that keeps it top of mind. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, and well, that's the thing. I know if I was on the afternoon, if I was a producer of the afternoon show, I'd say we're going to talk about this on EEI, but they're never going to do that. Megan Ottolini is terrified. Arcan's a pussy, and Adam Jones likes those guys, so it's not going to happen. So they're and that's and the midday guys won't because they like each other, and the morning guy, and that's how it works.
Yeah,
that's just how it works. And Rich keeps them to do it. He probably loves those guys. Like they should be playing that clip all day, but that's not going to happen.
Rich Keefe is a pretty tough guy in my experience.
That's true. That's true. So I mean, it's just a weird, very strange, and nothing's going to happen from it. I don't think, and that's good. Like but I've also
Yeah, and the dumbest thing they could do is talk about it on today's show. I think from their perspective,
totally. If they got past it, yeah, they're not going to do that. What else?
Yeah, but you would talk about it.
Well, that's why we got in trouble.
It's a different show.
That's also why we get in trouble.
It's why you got in trouble. But also on this show, it'd be weird if you didn't talk.
I would talk about it on the old show.
Yeah,
too.
on the old show.
That's what I mean. On this type of show,
Yes.
like on your show, it'd be weird if you didn't talk about.
Well, also they would have.
Mazz would never.
But also would have been a big story by Monday if I said it or Jerry said it.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, but Jerry. I saw some people say Jerry had this history. I'm like, well, I guess, but I don't know. Like, I've seen people tweet me this weekend that dumb stuff that 98.5 guys have said about race in the past couple of years. So I don't know. It's like you're on the air for 20 hours a week. You can say some dumb shit.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. What else?
Speaking of John Henry, by the way, did you see that Q&A in The Athletic where the reporter asked her about the booing at winter
Was
meetings?
it a cheer at the end or something?
Yeah, that it was fake news. And
If you listen past the booze, you hear a lot of cheers.
nobody reported the cheers. Like, I don't know.
Fucking
It was actually, I was telling Mike before the show, I agreed with Curtis. Curtis tweeted out that's very Trumpian. That's like a Trumpian quote that he
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
There you go. Good job by Curtis. Congratulations.
Hats off.
Great job, Chris. What else?
The turn for Tom Brady is officially on. I don't know if you saw this over the weekend. He spoke at one of those like self-help motivational type.
Oh, he did this with Robbins a few years ago.
Yeah, this is one of those things. Grant Cardone, Scientologist, 10X guy.
Did I tell you Brady was going to go into Scientology?
You did.
Am I ever wrong about fucking anything?
No.
You used to fight with me about Brady, Dave.
I don't think that self-help stuff is bad. Like,
Of course
I
you
think
don't, because
a
you're
lot of,
stupid and empty. But I'm
No, but
saying if you have a brain in
but
your
I
head,
also
you
don't
know
buy.
it's
Like,
dangerous.
I don't buy the stuff because
He's
Tom
a
Brady is doing
psychopath.
it.
People will one day realize, and they'll apologize to me one by one. This guy is he could be, by the way, a nice guy at your core and still be fucking nuts. His brain has snapped.
Also, my thing with Brady is if he really believed a lot of that motivational shit, he has enough money and a big enough
course.
clout. He could just tweet it out if he believed it, you know? Like, he doesn't have to make $3 million saying, like, hey,
he's
stay
gonna go
positive. And,
Troy
you know.
Aikman doesn't do that. Jeff Hostetler doesn't do that.
No, he'll- but
Trent
Tom-
Dilfer doesn't do that. These guys win Super Bowls. They don't lose them, and they don't go into Scientology.
Tom
Trent
Brady will
Brady's my
absolutely.
top 50 still, though.
Top 50.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair, I suppose.
Bledsoe
But
never
I'm not-
lost. Never lost a Super Bowl, Drew Bledsoe.
I don't think that's accurate. I believe he did lose a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, the Patriots lost that game. But Parcells was already out the
Oh,
door.
I see.
I don't count that
Okay,
one.
interesting.
Yeah. He never lost an AFC title game. 2-0.
That's true, I guess.
Did Brady?
Yes. Several.
Yeah. Didn't he? I think he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Ravens, right?
Colts.
Colts, he blew that lead against the Colts. That was a terrible loss.
Yeah.
Terrible loss. He said he had the flu. I thought he'd ever get sick.
Now I wonder if he was ever even that good, you know, the way you're putting it.
I have no idea. I mean, I mean, Who knows? I don't know. Who knows? Do you have sound of this psycho?
Life is not about how much you succeed.
See,
It's about what
I'm already annoyed. I can't even do this. I can't listen to this rich asshole. Just shut up. Shut the fuck up.
It's not about the number of victories, but the number of smiles.
Yeah, why don't you ask the guy, working for Justin who's, making $14 an hour, busting his ass 40 hours a week. Listen to this asshole. Tom Brady's got $10 billion. Oh, fuck you,
Giving is for the giver, and loving's for the lover, and caring's for the carer. It's not for the other person all the time. It's for you too. So, Tom,
It's all that.
I mean, that's psycho talk right there. That's empty.
It was nonsense.
Psycho,
It doesn't mean anything.
Scientology, babble, bullshit. It's
10x.
a lunatic.
That's 10x.
What does that even mean?
10 times your potential. 10 times. Like if you work 10 times harder, you're gonna get 10 times the rewards. I think.
Really?
Yeah, 10x.
Says who?
Greg Cardone.
Oh, okay. Well, if Grant Cardone says it changes everything.
Well, I mean, he's in a private plane going everywhere.
Well, good
it's
for
working
him.
for him.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Working for who?
All the 10x lifestyle is working for him.
Brady is snapped. As I knew was going to happen. Just hold on, buckle in, because it's going to be a wild 10 years.
Hate is for the hater, and I don't like to see you be one.
That's
of
true.
those.
I shouldn't. Yeah. Listen, Brady's a nice guy, good guy, but just he has no connection to reality. None.
It's
only gonna get worse.
unfortunate to see him like this.
It's only going to get worse.
It's like he's got a condition.
I don't know much about Scientology, but this guy would be like, if he's a Scientologist, he'd be one of the ones that are like the most out there, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Tom Cruise doesn't.
Seinfeld a Scientologist for a minute?
Was he briefly? Maybe.
At the beginning of
He
Seinfeld?
wouldn't
or something
surprise
like
me.
that?
He seems like he's...
Yeah.
But like they find people like this, like Brady, who's dumb, like a nice, good quarterback and everything, great, but like not a particularly bright guy.
Yeah.
And they just take advantage. They just guys like Guerrero, they just eat him up because he's there to be used.
And it doesn't matter how
Tom Cruise, stupid.
That's
like,
what I mean. It doesn't matter how
Travolta, dumb.
successful you are.
No.
Like they're still at the whim of like, what's that guy's name? David Miscavige or something?
Yeah, he runs the whole thing.
Yeah.
Cruz is like number 3 or 2.
I remember I think it was Seth Rogen talked about a meeting he had with Tom Cruise about like a movie.
Yeah, went to his house.
He went to his house and he said that Tom Cruise was like, if you give me an hour,
Right.
like you will not think anything bad about Scientology. If you just give me 1 hour. It's like, how would you ever say that to those two people?
It's also, like, that's where I sort of, like, I just haven't really jumped into it, but like everyone worshiping Cruz the last year, it's like, this guy's done some horrible shit, like terrible shit. This movie was essentially like a Scientology promotional video.
Tom Cruise has done horrible shit?
Well, just in Scientology. I mean, these
yeah.
I mean, you have people like essentially slaves there. People
Right.
who are separated from their families, and Cruz, these people would like wash Cruz's fucking toilet with a toothbrush.
It's all if you believe Leah Remini. Give me an hour.
That's true.
I'll talk to
That's
you
true.
about
That's
it.
a good point. Yeah. But yeah, any other Brady sound or no? Just that crap.
That was just losing. Yeah, it's all the basic stuff. So $3.2 million allegedly is what he got paid. To just do
It's
a
hard to
question.
turn
Just to
down.
do a question and answer.
I mean, Brady's
Oh
got
yeah,
some
I mean,
money.
I don't blame him. I mean, it's $3 million, but is this what he's gonna do?
Oh yeah.
If Brady walked in here and was like, honestly, like, so who's coming in Friday?
We got 2 guests on Friday. Yeah.
Oh.
I would, if you said to me Brady will come in Friday, I'd be like, I'm good. Like, I don't want to talk to him. I find him so boring at this
Yeah,
point.
but you could probably
I'd
poke
pass.
at him. You
I'd
could
pass. Yeah, he hates me, I guess. I'm the one guy he hates. One thing I love is Milton's. Their one and only big winter clearance sale is happening right now. Cold winter months ahead on sale. Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, North Face, Peter Millar, Faraday all on sale. Winter coats, sweaters, hoodies, Henleys, shoes, boots, slippers, all that stuff. South Shore Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Square, Chestnut Hill, and the Burlington Mall, or shop online at miltons.com. Buy one, get one free. See the event, as I said, continues to roll on. Go to miltons.com, check out their sale page. The original sponsor of Kirk Minahan, not just KMS. It was great to all the people the other night at the live show said they're still going to Milton's. Keep doing that. Let them know that this show sent them there. They love hearing that. I go to miltons.com. We're in 3 great locations. We thank Milton's as always. What else, boys?
That was not Linda Marks in that video.
Oh, it was not?
No.
It was not.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
Mark.
Didn't
So,
sound like
I
that.
had the same. So on my show with Carl.
Well, play it. I'm sorry, Mike. Play it.
How do we feel about
Slater returning for his 16th season.
Really? That's really not Linda Marks?
So here's my evidence.
We can't confirm
Here's
it.
my evidence.
That's definitely Linda Marks.
The show I do with Carl, his buddy made a jingle for him to introduce some TikTok thing.
Oh, it was like a fake.
And it was the exact same thing. And I was like, boy, that sounds like Linda Marks.
It was
But
like
maybe
an
I'm
automated.
crazy.
It's like a fake thing.
Yeah.
And so a bunch of people sent that same thing to me. I was like, everyone thinks it. So I asked him. I was like, where did your buddy get that thing? It's an AI generated.
Oh.
So my
is
only
Linda
thing,
Marks real,
she
then?
may have. That's very
Wait a
possible
minute.
that she's
Hold on.
not.
She
Yeah.
couldn't sing the one time live? Wait a minute.
Oh, interesting. There's a body that we know is Linda Marks.
For
but
sure.
Maybe, yeah. That's
I mean, play it again, Dave. I mean, that's.
Slater returning for his 16th season.
But I mean, that definitely sounds like her.
It sounds, but even
You don't think so, Dave?
the
No, it
melody
definitely
is the
sounds
same
like
as the
her.
jingle that we use. Everything is the same, so it's got to be the same software that they're using.
She would have promoted the hell out. Like she would have done something with that.
That's true.
So she may. I don't know how AI works. It's possible she lent her voice to some company,
Definitely.
like did some voiceover work or something.
Yep.
she'd make a fortune then, wouldn't she?
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I've heard
And
that.
she
yeah,
she
to
can
Mike's
easily be
point.
someone they scam, where it's like, hey, give us your voice for $100
That's
session
true.
or something.
Why would the Patriots do that anyway? It so fucking sounds so cheesy.
because that's like a trend on TikTok.
Oh, it
or
is?
something. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
heard
yeah.
that style before, and they would never then go say, "Hey, let me replicate what I can already do for free on TikTok and go hire
Linda
somebody
Marks,
to pull
yeah.
it off." Like they just wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't think so either.
No, but it does sound exactly like her.
It does, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who is it about?
Matthew Slater coming back.
He's coming back.
Yes.
Oh, good.
It's exciting.
Is he considered the best special teams player of all time?
Let's not get into that.
At least in my generation, Dave. Yes, I think
I'm
so.
a Steve
long
Tasker
topic,
guy, but
yeah.
you know, what can you do? What can you do? I love when people say that, like the play-by-play guys, like they have any fucking idea. Like, who knows? I just assume he is because they say it.
Right? Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
I have no
I
idea.
just hear his name.
It's like the
mentioned
offensive
most.
lineman. Like they're like, he's the best, interior. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
probably. I guess so. I don't know. Or, like Aaron Donald. Like, yeah, if you say so, I'll buy it.
I'm a Devin Hester man myself.
Tremendous.
That audio sucked, but did you see that video over the weekend of the ESPN anchor who was doing like a WNBA highlight, and then he said, "Let's get back to the real basketball." Or something.
Oh, really?
The audio was bad, but it was
Good for
Oh,
him.
that's great.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds bad.
It was really bad. It was like recorded on the phone with the TV, but
So my son Harry is off this week. He wants to come in here. Maybe we'll do a Wednesday before the show or during the show.
Be great if he was like, no one's covering this fucking Mazz thing.
So he's a huge fan of a YouTube singer called Boy with Uke.
Boy with you.
Yes.
Okay. Anything to do with Kevin Euclid?
I don't believe so. It's UK, like the ukulele, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And he claims he's a bigger fan of Boy with Uke than I am of Bruce Springsteen.
Wow.
So he's challenged
And he
me.
wants to have it out.
He wants to challenge me if we sort of do an Alexa randomizer. He says within 60 seconds he can name more Boy with Uke songs than I can name Bruce Springsteen.
He presented this topic to you?
Well, we kind of debated it back and forth. Who's a bigger fan? Because he's a huge fan. So I played a bunch of songs from him. We were in the car
Yeah.
a couple of days ago, and right away he knew him. And I'm like, this is actually great. Like, it's fun that he likes this guy.
Yeah.
And I'm the same with Bruce, and we were talking about it. He's like, I think I'm probably a bigger fan than you are. And I was like, well, let's have it out.
Wow.
So he's challenged me, Dave. I don't know.
Wow. But you could name every Bruce Springsteen song in like 3 seconds, couldn't you?
But he said he has way more. Boy with Uke is like 22.
Be great if he's interrupting you like you do with Jeff D. Lowe. He's like, yeah, it's you.
Give me a little Boy with Uke, Dave, would you? Yeah. Give me 2 moons.
2 moons.
Yeah.
Is he like a real artist? Would it be on Spotify or no?
I don't know. I know it's on YouTube.
Wow. Would Harry be insulted by that?
And I know it's on.
Real artist.
Well, you know what I mean by that, Mike. We get this ad.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's very, I don't know, like emo-ish. It's like very.
Oh. Oh, this is not what I was expecting when I heard ukulele.
He's never shown his face. I don't know if the video is him in the mask or not, Dave.
It's like it's a lyric video, I guess.
Yeah, I do.
I tell you, I like it.
He's not bad.
I kind of like it.
This is like alternative.
Kind of, yeah. He loves him. His buddies love him. So yeah, there
This
you
is
go.
much more mature music than I was expecting.
Some of the lyrics are pretty. Yeah, I don't know what's going. But yeah, I've given up. But yeah. So anyway, there you go. So he claims. I don't know if you guys want to see that battle, Dave. Or not.
Is this like an indie band? Like if he
I think
showed
it's
up
the guy.
there-
I think.
like if he just showed up to like a show in Boston, it would be like the diehards, right?
I think. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, how many followers do you have on YouTube?
This says Shadow Music, so I don't know if that's like his label. It's 8 million.
Let me see.
Boy with
He must have his own channel.
yeah. Let's see if he has.
He does for sure. He does. I've been on it. Boy with Uke. There he is.
Here he is. 3.2 million. That's not that much.
The last video has 66 million views. I don't know.
It's not that much.
As someone with under 2,000
Somebody who
YouTube subscribers.
clearly
Take it.
no, but that's probably a niche artist, I would think.
3.23 million subscribers. Yeah, I mean, he's not, Mariah Carey. I don't think he has like a record deal or what.
No, that's still pretty big though. That's more than independent, I would think, right?
Yeah, I would think. I don't know. So there you go.
How do you find this guy?
His buddy, who the fuck knows YouTube? I'm sure he was on some video. And
You'll get to ask him all these questions.
Yeah, so he offered he issued the challenge, so we may do it. I don't know.
Okay.
Who knows? Yeah. What else?
How about that pussy Tiger Woods for apologizing for that? Jesus.
Oh, we even talk about that.
When did that happen? Was that Thursday or Friday?
Thursday. Friday, I think. No, I think it was Friday. So here's my takeaway from it. If we can get this, because I did want to talk about it. The one thing I saw everybody say, and I agree with most of it, where everyone's like, who cares? It was just a funny joke. Actually, like, the joke wasn't particularly funny. It was like something I would do in like 6th grade. Like, it wasn't fun. Like,
That's athletes, though.
Yeah,
that's jocks.
Yeah, idiots.
Yeah.
Did you think it was like hilarious?
No, but that's a golf joke.
No, I know, but I'm saying it's not. But everyone's like, oh, I'm like Paige Spraniak was like, it's funny. I'm like, I wasn't like, I'm not offended.
I don't think they meant. I don't think people.
But I wasn't like, oh my god, he gave him a tampon. That's so funny.
It's like saying Gronk's funny, you know?
Yeah, or
It's the same
Travis
type of
Kelce
thing.
or something.
Yeah.
Right, it's not actually funny.
Right.
But I have, of course, no issue with it. Nor, by the way, does anybody else. You know, nope, Julie DeCaro, Christine Brennan.
Michael Johnson has a big issue with that.
Who?
I was telling Dave before the show, I looked it up and I saw
Michael Johnson?
The first headline that comes up is
The runner?
Olympian Michael Johnson.
You didn't like it?
Slams Tiger Woods.
The sprinter?
And I was like, why is this a head? How did they find him?
What did he
That's
say?
I don't know. He was just trashing Tiger about it.
So I watched the Golf Channel, and the woman, I think her name is Carla Banks or Cara Banks. She was like getting really worked up. She was like, she's like, I don't know where he got this. She's British. Like, I don't know where he got this product, and I don't know what's going on. I'm a woman. I've had this happen many times. It's not a joking matter. And I do wonder if it affected his round. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'll tell you who wanted no part of it was Justin Thomas. He said his own. Last year he got in trouble. Remember he used the homophobic F word. And lost. I think he lost polo for a while, and he dropped that tampon in 2 seconds. He was like, "Get this fucking thing away from me."
Yeah.
The only thing is, I'm like, was Tiger surprised that somebody saw it?
I don't know.
I mean, he can't do anything on a golf course without somebody seeing it. That's
Right.
crazy.
Yeah.
I have heard.
But no,
He was like trying to conceal it. I mean, he had it.
I know. I don't really know
Yeah.
why. I mean, it was stupid. I am nowhere near offended by it, but the idea that it was like funny is stupid. Yeah.
Tiger's in a weird place though. Like a guy. I'm trying to think of a good example, but he has this. It's the same thing with like cheating. Like he has this public image that's very straight laced and everything. So if you see him doing anything out of character, the instinct is to be like, "What the fuck is he doing?"
Right.
You know, like an overreaction.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whereas if John Daly did it, no one would think about it.
Nobody would care.
You know.
No, they'd say you're stupid or whatever, but it wouldn't be a big. And by the way, I don't even think it was like that big of a deal. Like I think everybody was saying why. You know, they're almost trying to make it a big deal.
Right.
Yeah, Tiger had to apologize, but I mean, you have to do that. Like this is the way it is. He has a foundation. He has to pretend like he's upset.
Yeah.
It is weird that like he like had that though. It's like, boy, when I do this, I'm gonna have we'll have one ready for JT. Like, yeah, okay.
I've heard a couple comedians that have met Tiger and say he's not like, which is again obvious. Like the whole cheating thing is that he's the complete opposite of his like persona. He wants to be kind of a ball buster and things like that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, for years, it was always like the public image was Mickelson's a great guy and Tiger's a prick, but like the actual thing is Tiger's kind of like an okay guy to hang out with and Phil's a prick.
Yeah.
In reality.
Yeah,
so.
right.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. But that's like the old Belichick thing where Ordway would be like, yeah, off the air.
He's hilarious.
He's hilarious. Like, oh, yeah. I'm sure there's a riot. Like, oh, he went and got the sub the other day. I almost fainted. I was so excited.
Wouldn't that be great if
What was he
Belichick
doing?
was doing like Richard Pryor bits? Just original though.
Oh,
like
yeah.
just his own.
Send me a long text about Richard Bell's early comedy today. It was 3,000 words.
By the way, the Nick Faldo replacement is awful. Trevor
Illman,
awful.
he's just, and I know he's friends with the foreplay guys.
Yeah.
He's just boring.
He is.
He's just a drip. Like he's not bad. He's not good. He's just there. He's just, you could tell, I could tell watching it that Nance is already annoyed.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you put, what's his name next to Nance? What's Baker Finn? Ian Baker Finn.
No.
No?
Again, you're thinking too small. They should go, you got to go big. Go big.
All right.
Find somebody big.
Frankie Borelli.
Frank Borelli.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
It's a diversity hire as well as you exposed.
And who tweeted out the Fred thing yesterday from the show account?
Oh, it's got to be my guy Shane.
Come on, right in the shitter after that.
Yeah, that was not a
Leave
good
it
idea.
alone. Leave it the fuck alone.
Can't do it.
By the way, nobody talked about Patrick Rogers bouncing back. Shoots 1 under in the second round. Like, fucking battle his brains out, honestly.
Sure. You think he was trying to get there for you? Someone?
I don't know. That's what my producer was saying to me.
Yeah.
What if the golf gambling show like wasn't a podcast? It was something different.
Like a door-to-door pick thing where I knock on people's doors?
Like, what if it was like just a social first?
What if
type
we
of
change the way you
entity?
bet on golf?
No.
How do you
I
mean?
started having some ideas.
I mean, like,
what if
a dance club or something?
What if it wasn't just like all Kirk Minahan behind a microphone, but maybe that was like pieces of it, and then there's
Like I'm playing different holes around the world?
I don't know yet. My brain
if-
is spinning a little bit.
What if when we start
I know I'm
fringe
not a
picks,
part
we
of
live
it,
on the fringes of society?
What if we have no idea what we're doing?
Maybe I'll give this idea to Mike.
What do you mean?
Like, what if it was more of kind of like a Snapchat show?
No.
But it's like
No, the answer
it
is-
starts with
the answer
you.
is
You're
no.
giving some takes, then it's images, and
I don't want to do a
highlight reels.
Snapchat show. That's why.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just telling you. I listened to a lot of them as part of my research. You heard that great pitch the other night. These shows fucking suck. They just
99% of podcasts suck. More than that.
Yeah, that's probably fair. Yeah,
I mean, like, I'm sure they do suck.
yeah. So this is different. It's a good
Okay.
idea.
Well, all right. Well, you're still trying. Okay, good.
I'm just thinking about it.
Okay. What else?
Trying to help.
Thank you.
Nothing really. Skip Bayless bitching and moaning about Charles Barkley. Wasn't that fun? What's this Raw Doll thing? They're trying to like change
cancel
the
him now or
word.
something?
Yeah, they're trying to.
Oh.
What? Because he like called people fat in books, and
I
they're trying
guess.
to like change that.
Who knows? I was always Ronald Doll when I was a kid. That was throwing
Really?
me off. Yeah.
I thought it was Roll Doll.
Yeah, it's weird.
Raw Doll.
Should change his name.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Well, he probably did.
Oh, you think so?
Probably not his birth name.
That's probably true. That's probably true. Yeah, you're probably
Yeah.
right. I was never a big fan of those books anyway.
Not even when you were younger.
Not really. That was not my thing.
Which one is he? There was Roll Doll and there was another guy that I always found similar. There were two of them.
I don't know.
Someone will know. Help me out there.
What did the other person write?
Similar horse shit that we had to read
Similar horse
about
shit.
fourth grade. Yeah.
Similar horse shit in about fourth grade. That seems easy
I don't
enough.
know. If you know the East Long Meadow curriculum, message me.
Yeah, give it a gander.
That was a gift the other day for CNN with the Don Lemon stuff because they are clearly just trying to get him the fuck out of there.
Oof.
Yeah, that's the worst rated morning show for CNN in the last.
Oh,
10
really?
years. Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, everywhere the ratings are going down the TV. I mean, I will say that. But yeah, is he on the air today?
No,
Oh, so he's just done?
he's basically done. Yeah, they're saying he's taking the holiday, but he's gonna be done. I assume.
Because he wasn't there Friday, right?
Right.
Yeah.
He apologized on Friday.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Oh, let me hear that.
He apologized to his
Oh.
like privately to the company.
To all the old women in the world?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What would you say, Dave, if I said to you, you just had, like, it was like the Family Feud? What's is it the final showdown? Is that what that's called? You have to
Yeah,
get
the
200
Fast money.
seconds.
Fast money. That's what they call it now, right?
Yep.
If I said to you, give me the prime age of a woman, what would you say?
I'm glad you asked that question.
Mm-hmm.
I would say. Wait, am I going to be judged by this? Like, I don't want to. I'm a little
You have
nervous.
20 seconds for this? Zero, 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 zero.
Prime age for a woman, probably 27 years old.
Oh, my
the
God.
same as a male.
Jeez.
27.
I think that's young.
Really?
Maybe it's because I'm older.
Prime?
By the way-
What does that mean?
Yeah,
prime?
there's so
What
many
are we-
different
what are we talking about?
variations.
Like
I'm not
childbirth?
talking
or-
breeding. I'm just saying, if you said this is the best I'll ever look?
Talking about looks.
Feel.
I'm just talking about looks and
Then
sex.
I would say
That's all I'm talking about.
40, probably.
I would too. I'd say
Yeah.
somewhere in your 40s. 42.
But
I'd
if
say.
you're literally talking about childbirth, yeah, 27 is probably good.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what.
What'd you say? You're literally talking about childbirth?
I don't know that's what Donnie
Yeah.
Lemon was talking about, though. I don't think.
No, I didn't get that vibe either.
Yeah. 27?
Well, I'm just literally talking about looks and sex.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have nothing, I'm
tried to
not
give
talking
him-
about career.
I
If
tried
you're
to give
adding
him a-
career into the mix, I'd say, yeah, I agree with you. Probably like 30, 35 to 40.
Okay. I wonder what the number one answer would be.
Show me 40.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Do you think they really call people that gets all made up that game?
I'm sad to admit, I texted the Warthog this last week. I said, do they actually poll 100 people for each
Because
question?
some of these answers are so absurd. There's no way 4 people said that of 100. No chance.
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah. I've been watching Family Feud lately. I noticed there's a lot of questions. What would Steve Harvey do in this situation?
I saw one the other day. Harry and I were watching. It was, what would you say if you got into a car accident with Steve Harvey?
It's always with Steve Harvey.
Yes.
And the other one is Santa Claus. What would
A lot of
Santa
Santa
Claus
Claus,
do?
yeah.
It's very upsetting.
I'm not sure what that's about.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But don't they have a lot of like tryouts for Family Feud? I have to imagine you can get a lot of survey answers at those things.
I guess.
Live studio audiences, all that stuff.
I feel like it's never been bigger. When I was a kid with Richard Dawson, it was huge, but now I feel like it's even bigger. It's weird. Yeah.
I saw one. It doesn't quite top Beef Torpedo that I told you guys
That's a good
about.
one.
But it was like referring to your asshole, and it was like cinnamon rim or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. They get creative.
Those are answers?
Well, so if someone says,
Asshole.
if someone says, you know, your butthole or whatever,
They get
they'll
more
say,
creative.
show me butthole, and it'll ding, cinnamon rim.
The Collinanes have always wanted to be on Family Feud.
Who would be on?
Boy, would I
It's
love that episode.
It's a discussion point within the family at every holiday.
Who would be
They've
the
always-
top
That
five?
used to be a Minahan family because it would be my mom, my dad, and me. And now it's just me and Ryan.
Right.
It's not. I don't know.
Now you don't have to make any choices.
It would just be the two of us, I think. And I'd be all in. I'd be doing like the fucking X thing, and I've acted up like they tell you to do. Well, so you have how many brothers and sisters?
I'm one of 6.
All right, so there's 8 potential people.
Yeah, but there's also brother-in-laws, sister-in-laws.
Who would be in the? Would Big Jack be in the A seat?
No.
Who would be?
Dave
No?
would be in the A seat.
You would be in the A
Yeah,
seat.
No,
Thank God they
that's
don't listen.
ridiculous.
Settle down, Mike. Thank God they don't listen to this show because I am elevated beyond belief in terms of my brain power in this family. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, they think.
Are your parents I don't mean to use the word, but are they?
No, they
disabled?
They think I'm smart for sure.
I think they tell you you're smart.
They read up when Dave's
like-
coming over. They're like, we got to study.
No, it's like it's.
My
wanna be
God,
out-
Dave's coming over.
We don't want to be outsmarted.
God.
I mean,
what happened on Below Deck this week? Quick.
We don't want to look like idiots.
Which Vanderpump is this?
They think it's just range. Like I just know a range of topics.
You don't know anything.
I know.
You're maybe the stupidest person I ever
I
met.
just told you, but it's
Okay,
inflated.
so who makes the cut?
I make the cut.
Okay.
My sister Cheryl makes the
You
cut.
gotta
'cause
have
she's the biggest.
You gotta have like an old pro. Your mom or dad. has to
Kathy
be.
or Jack have to be.
They have to be. You have to have a parent
Or
on there.
both.
It's got to be Kathy then.
Kathy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And
And then my
who's
sister
sat-
Denise is the oldest.
Denise. Okay.
Yeah, so she'll be there.
All right.
It's 5, right?
So let me hear. Go ahead. Introduce them. Go ahead. So yeah, you got a great family here, Dave. Who you got? Who you got today?
All right. So this is my sister Cheryl. She's beside me here. This was her idea.
She's beside me here.
Yeah,
Okay, you are
yeah.
smart.
This was her idea.
It's a visual medium, Dave. She's standing.
Where? Which direction?
She has 2 arms, a head, and a mouth. It was her idea.
Steve would have a funny quip for that.
No,
You
you
think,
just,
you think I don't see her?
you just pause and shake his head. and
My
like,
God.
there was nothing funny, but that's okay.
I always say that me and Steve would have a lot of fun. Because I would answer like, Steve, I think the answer is sex. Right. You'd be like, oh my God, who invited this man?
Anal Steve. I think it's anal sex. What? So so Denise, Cheryl,
Yes.
Kathy, you.
And then it's a we got to talk about that. The fifth
Oh,
and
Big
final.
Jack.
Big Jack isn't made for the.
He wouldn't
bright
see over
lights.
the counter.
He's not
No,
made
they
for
give
the,
him like a phone book or something.
Stool, yeah.
Well, who would make so you guys win? Who makes the final cut?
Oh, for the fast money.
Yeah, you would have to be on there. You're genius.
Obviously.
Cheryl,
The
Cheryl and I. Yep.
You and Cheryl.
Yep.
Okay, there you go.
yeah.
Wow. What would be the outfit? What would be the family thread?
Oh, is there a theme to the family
Yeah,
outfit?
see, yeah, they all kind of wear the same colors. It seems to me.
Well, I'd be suited up, black suit, white
Okay.
shirt.
It does seem to be a racial showdown a lot on the Family Feud.
Often, yeah.
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 Damn, it's a shame. I'm realizing they just closed the pen deal. I feel like Chernin can make this happen.
I would
You know,
think
but he's
so.
gone.
Huh? Why don't you reach out?
I know we've talked about it for years. We just got to do it.
Why don't we make this happen?
I think it'd be cool. I would
I
love
would do a live show from there.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I think. I mean, if that was a thing like Jeopardy, where you stay on it, I think the Culinates could make a run
The
for
historic
the
one.
history books.
like
What
the
would
James
they-
guy or something.
Yeah.
What if you got on?
Because if you think about it, Mike, I'm sorry, like they're just common people, so the common answer is perfect for them.
Right.
It's just simple down the middle.
It's the easiest.
right.
I'm
Good
not,
old
I'm
America.
not offended by this.
But you're very
this is who we
smart
are.
though, so maybe too simple for you.
Right.
Every once in a while, you'll see a person on there who's bad at the game, and it's
Right.
like you have to make an effort to be like genuinely bad at it. You might not always get the right answer.
I feel like
but
Dave would choke so much in that fast money. though.
No,
Like
I would
12
thrive.
points or something.
I would thrive.
You think so?
Yep. Yep.
Huh. Why don't you guys try it out for? I mean, like I sent
I think
the.
the tryouts always suck, right? Aren't they always at like Mohegan or something like that?
Oh,
you
really?
gotta travel.
So
a
what?
ways.
We'll do it.
like
When's
an
the
hour and
next
a
one?
half.
I'll look it up.
We're gonna
It's
do
their
it.
family's greatest dream. They wouldn't go to Connecticut for it.
Go all the way to Mohegan's Sun. Travel sucks. 70 miles on the highway.
Hour and a half drive. I'm not making that.
I don't want to make this like a Dave thing. In the
It's a
past,
colony family thing.
yeah, like
Yeah.
if they want to vote me
How could
off,
families sit around and talk about the great dreams of their lives? Like going on Family Feud together. What's the conversation like?
well, it's like, don't you think we would like be really
By the
good
way,
at
every
this?
family in America has had this conversation.
Yeah,
at
it
some
would be
point.
really good.
It's great that Dave thinks this is a unique Cullinane family conversation.
Is this like when the placemat talk dies down, or is this does this lead the conversation?
And everyone's like, well, what does Dave think? Dave, tell us something about history, would you?
Dave, it says here, President Joe. Dave, can you read this for me?
This guy who's constantly losing battles to acronym guy on the show. He's the great genius of his family. Picture Catholic. Oh, Dave's good. It's great that Dave thinks that they think that too. That's a really straight.
Well, they used to for sure.
You know, down deep, they're like, he's just a fucking idiot child.
No, they do not think that.
I know you don't think they think that. I believe that you don't think they think that.
No, I know for a fact they don't think
So if I gave you right now, so if I look this up online, I could find like a mock fast money thing, right?
Oh yeah,
There's gonna be something happens
yeah.
before. Let me see.
So if they ever came across of Kirk outwitting you, would they be like, "Is he from Mars? Where is this Martian from?
Who's this man?
How can we get him on our team?
Let me see. Okay. Name something you might. We asked 100 people. Dave, Mike. We have the top 6 answers on the board. Okay. You and Mike are going head to head here.
Oh,
You can buzz in.
oh, okay. All right,
There's a
all
lot
right.
of pressure.
What is the whole? What do you think it's because you're on the show?
Yeah, but I'd be mentally prepared for it. You can't just throw someone into fast money. I'm not prepared for it.
What do you mean?
Well, this is not fast money. This is the
This is the basic
opening.
round.
Yeah.
All right, I
You
don't
know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is easy. 6 people. 6 answers, rather. Name something you might see a commercial for during a baseball game. Mike,
Beer.
that's the number 6 answer. Dave?
Soap.
Soap is not there. Soap?
I'm going to be the first person to ever do this. We're going to pass.
How about everybody does to do that? That feels like a Belichick, like that kickoff move. Like, you
Yeah.
should definitely do that. Dave, go ahead. We asked 100 people.
Yep.
Name something you might see a commercial for during a baseball game. Number 6 answer, beer, is already off the board.
McDonald's. Food. Can I just say food?
Restaurants is the number 4 answer.
Thank you.
All right.
There you go. Dave, go ahead.
Wait, what?
You mean me?
You're still up. Dave, it's
What
still
do you
up.
mean? The different questions in fast money. Why are you giving?
No, we're not doing fast money. We're doing the basic one.
Oh,
We're seeing if you can
gotcha.
get all-
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Baseball game.
That's 1X. Go ahead.
It is. Didn't they repeat the question every time? Can you repeat the question again?
Name something you might
polled
see
100 people.
during a commercial for a baseball game.
Financial insurance company.
These are terrible answers.
It's 2 X's. Name something you might see during a commercial for a baseball game.
Come on.
Mike, go ahead. You have a chance to steal.
He had all that time.
You have a chance to steal, and so far we have a whopping 13 points on the board for this one. What do the Gearys come up with?
Oh, I got one. Can I do it?
No,
one?
it's
I
how
got
it
one.
works. Well, we'll see. I'll tell you after. Go ahead, Mike.
Steve, we're going to go with
Better go quick.
His mind.
clothing.
No.
Can I see clothing?
No.
Good answer.
Baseball equipment jerseys is number 2.
Oh.
I think that counts.
That's going up.
That would
Yep.
definitely count.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let me
Jump
get the
around.
number 1. Car.
Cars,
Automotive.
number 1, 28 people.
Ah, that is
Baseball
good.
games tickets, number 3. Restaurants was 4. Medication, 5. Beer, 4. Let me see if we get number 1 here.
Surprised
Ready?
beer wasn't higher.
Dave, okay? I'll just ask Dave this one. 8 answers, but let's see if we get number 1 right now. If your dog ran away, name something you'd be surprised he took with him.
Your keys.
It's a good answer.
That's
Good
random.
answer.
That's a,
Good answer.
Keys is not there.
that's a random question.
Boy, you're going to do well in this show.
They would never ask that question. Steve Harvey would
This is a
never
family
utter
feud
those
question.
words.
In the Cullinane household,
Wouldn't take with him?
Would not take with
That's
him.
the dumbest thing.
We'd be surprised he took with him, yeah.
Dave, we pulled 100 people. Name 5 things
should be
Jack
with
Cullinane
him.
finds in
It
his
should be-
fridge.
It should be with him.
Maybe 5 people famous from Massachusetts, but really not that famous from Massachusetts.
That's the dumbest question.
It is he took with him.
That's the. You said with.
You'd be surprised he took with him.
Oh, a shoe or something. No, it's surprised that you.
Shoe
it's
is-
A
strange that
shoe
he.
or
Shoe
something.
is number 5.
A shoe or something.
Surprised. I'm not surprised he would take a shoe.
This is going to be a great show.
You're not. Then why'd you answer it?
No, it's the way you're wording the question is like it would be outlandish.
Dave,
like he would take something.
if the dog took, say, a car with him, you'd be surprised.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what I'm saying.
I wouldn't be surprised if he took a shoe. That's like the most likely thing ever.
It's number 5 answer.
It shouldn't even be on the fucking board.
Well, what do you want me to say? We poll the people.
I will admit,
You
I
are
do
gonna
this at
suck
home a
on
lot.
this
I'm
show.
like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm angry.
number one, Dave, would be the cat.
Stupid fucking question.
I
Yeah,
agree.
they do like fun answers sometimes, which I don't care for.
The whole game is stupid.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it's not. You should be at best.
I wasn't mentally
At
prepared.
best,
for
you should be in
this.
that last the baby Dave and the baby C at the end.
It
That's what you
sounds
should
like
be.
you're playing a game we just described to you.
Yeah,
and
have
it's
you
your
ever heard
greatest
of it?
it's your greatest dream to be
what
honest.
is
I have to be
What
in
is
the number
Family
one
Feud?
spot. I have to be in the number one spot.
Have you watched Family Feud before?
Yes,
Are you
but
getting the games confused?
No, I was a little flustered.
So you want to be in the A spot?
Yeah, I have to
Introducing-
be.
Why?
I'm a 9.5.
I'll tell you, you haven't made my squad.
I'm the face of the family. It's not even a question.
He's the patriarch.
I think what they should do. I like when they do this. It should be the Colonnade ladies.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dave and the gals,
And then you get into it.
or just the ladies.
Now you got sister-in-laws and all this stuff, and now it gets into a pissing.
Well, we know one spot that we don't have to worry about. But what? Dave, I'm saying Dave wouldn't be on if it's the ladies.
I
That's
got
what I
it.
mean. So, well, how many sisters are there?
Sisters or sister-in-laws?
How many sisters do you
Just
have?
sisters.
I have 3 sisters.
So you're saying that fifth spot because Kathy would take a fourth.
Yes.
Obviously, we can't have grandma wandering around the studio. That might be an issue.
Okay.
So,
She might randomly do well.
that's true. You never know, honestly.
Yeah.
So you're saying that fifth spot would then be controversial.
Yes, the pick.
Who would get it? Do you think?
Your wife?
My brother's wife.
Who would petition strongest for it?
Wouldn't they be like your wife? Because we need a little of that Dave magic.
That would be smart.
That would be a good move.
Yeah, that would be
Look,
smart.
see how good he is.
He'll coach her up. Yeah.
I like the idea of Dave arguing with Steve Harvey about the question. It's a fucking stupid question. The fuck? Fuck you.
If he asked that question,
This boy.
I would. That was the dumbest Family Feud question I've ever heard. The one you just said.
I've seen plenty of dumb ones. Plenty. They're all dumb. I'll give you different. I'll give you
Dave
different.
would go viral for sure. It'd be a
I'll
big
give you- that's
TikTok
true.
clip.
Be good for
Yeah.
us. We're doing this. You're going on this show.
I was born for this show.
I agree. All right. This is okay. Here you go. Ready? We found one that you would definitely know. Name something that might be full of holes.
This is where Steve rolls his eyes.
That's a Family Feud question.
Backyard.
What?
The backyard, full of holes.
It's not there.
No. Hold on. What? Like a pool's a hole?
Come on.
Yeah, it's a hole.
You really think you can go on this show?
I just can't think quick enough.
You don't have, that's the
I
whole
need to
game.
train. I need to train. I need
Steve,
to train.
I want an hour
I need
for
to
this.
train. I need to train.
It's not like SATs where you have a learning disability. They give you extra time.
Steve,
Full
you
of
edit this
holes.
down, right? You give us a few hours.
Somewhere full of holes.
Something that might be
Something.
full of holes.
I have a few answers.
Go ahead,
I
Mike.
guess like the cemetery's filled up.
Well, for my fun answer would be the human body, Steve.
Sure. Right. It's not there.
Swiss cheese.
That's number one.
Ah.
Yes. Are you aware of that, Dave?
Yes.
Closed socks, number 2. Alibi, number 3.
Oh,
that's a good one.
That is fun. I wouldn't have
Golf course.
Yep.
Yep.
Screen, and a road or a street. Potholes. There you go.
Yeah.
How good are you at reading, like doing the surprise at number 4 when everyone reads the answer out loud? Would you be good at that?
I can't even understand what they're saying. It annoys me.
When you say, would you be good?
Like,
at-
look, they go golf course, and you go, oh, would you act it up? Like,
Oh,
they
definitely.
Okay, they want that. They definitely want that.
Oh yeah. It's,
Okay.
I was born for that.
Smashing the button. Bullshit. Be the first bleeps in Family Feud history.
He's going to go all the way to Providence to do this tryout. So.
The Cullinane family would never sojourn all the way to.
No, but a wagon.
We might not make it back.
Backyard.
Connecticut.
If you said backyard, you become one of those guys everyone's like, when you watch a show, you're like, oh, this guy stinks. He's stupid.
Exactly.
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying.
like- that's-
It's a unique talent.
Like
to
every
be
once in a
bad
while,
at
there's that
Family
really
Feud.
dumb guy where you're like, oh, well, he should not be on here.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. You got to train for this. You got to be mentally prepared.
I mean, if you're in that A spot, you're supposed to be like the leader of the family, the best
Right.
player, the captain.
Yeah. Now that I know that it's something I'm going to embark on, I'm going to dedicate my life to it. And I'm ready for it.
Do we have tryouts? Do we have updates on this? Let me see.
I like that Dave has fooled his entire family. Like, do you think when he goes over there, like,
They don't believe.
how's
it.
that producer Kirk that's always
No,
giving you guff?
honestly do.
No, he thinks they think that.
No, it's not the case.
Of course, he
He's a
thinks that.
genius.
Apply. Okay, you can do it right here. There's a whole process.
Well, that's just where's the one you can go in person? It used to be a.
Well, now it's by on Zoom. They're doing it.
We have to apply, right, to go in person?
Yeah. Audition. Audition is being held online via Zoom.
Oh.
You must have 5 family members related by blood, marriage, or legal adoption, U.S. citizen.
Oh.
No age requirement, but we suggest 15. If anyone's running for office or has been on more than 2 game shows in the last year, they're not eligible. You've not been on in the last 10 years.
Nope.
And you're not employed by Steve Harvey Productions, so you're eligible to go.
Okay.
Audition videos are highly recommended.
Oh, yes. Oh, I got to put it on YouTube.
What should I do with our video? What can my family do to stand out?
I mean, I could just clip this and put the video on, right?
You sure if you want
I think
to?
that would be, that would stand out.
If you are
amongst the
together,
other.
your family, you should include photos and fun stories about your family. If you are together and you play a mock game, be sure to clap and cheer for each other during the game. Remember to smile, have a good time, and show us why your family would be great for the show.
Why are they giving away all the secrets here?
It's a good question. Why don't you have the sex doll as one of the members of the family?
I don't think it'd be very helpful.
I've never met the
Better than
sex doll.
Dave on those fucking answers. Backyard.
This is also a Cullinate initiative. That's the other side. That's my other side, other family, in-laws.
Oh, I understand. Yeah. So, I mean, there you go. So that's in LA, right? We have to go do live shows. I'd be so fucking in for this. I'd love to see Dave lose and choke.
I'd love to just watch the Cullinane
It'd
episode.
be incredible.
And maybe they get 5 I think you go as many as 5 episodes or something?
There's nothing better.
Oh, you do?
If you win, you keep going, yeah.
Oh, you get 5. There you go.
Oh, we got
Dave.
the champs, the Cullinane family.
That's true. You get that Jeep they're always giving away.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, I love Jeeps.
There you go. Pay out your asshole in taxes for that. You'll be all set. You lose money overall.
Most people probably lose a lot of money on the family because you have to pay, like if you win the car,
you
you have to pay those more than you won in the game. It's only $20,000.
which is before taxes.
Right.
And you're splitting that 5 ways.
Yeah,
I mean,
I love when they walk away. They lose fast money, but they walk away with like $800.
it's not good.
I would love to have the watch party, but it doesn't work as well because this isn't a show in prime time.
What, Family Feud?
Yeah.
Well, it's sort of, it's a syndicated show.
Like, who wants to have a watch party at like 1:30 in the
No,
afternoon?
but in Boston,
Well,
I
you
think
could-
it's, Channel 7 has it at night, I think, in prime. Like new ones, I think.
They do?
I think it is, yeah. I think so.
All right.
We could do that. We would definitely do that.
Yeah.
So you're going to do this. You're going to apply for this.
Definitely.
Oh, good.
Do it this week.
I want to see this video, too. Maybe we'll show the video in Maine. Who knows?
Yeah, so I got to get the whole family to do a
Sunday
video. I gotta
morning
think through,
breakfast.
yeah. Well, I'm the only one who goes to breakfast, really.
Oh, can you get everybody together?
Yeah, I can.
You're the captain. You better.
So I have to pick the team then.
Yeah, with great power comes great responsibility. You're organizing this. So right now, who's the team?
That final spot is a tough one for me. I got to think through that a little bit.
So it's you.
I'm also an entertainer. You got to know that. Like you,
I haven't seen that. It
I
hasn't
can't
shown
just
itself
pick-
Dean
yet.
Martin.
I can't just.
Hasn't yet shown itself, but I believe you.
Sometimes you got to pick not just on like smarts or things like that. This is a show.
But you got to win, though.
Yeah.
So it's you. The locks are you, Kathy,
Cheryl.
and Denise.
Definitely.
Those are the locks.
Those are the locks.
So there's that one spot left.
One spot's open. I think I might have tryout.
I think you gotta go Jack because there's got to be like a curmudgeon that doesn't really want to be there, you know?
Jack would be good.
Jack won't even travel with the family if we were on the show.
Oh, really?
Like, no, he would definitely.
We wear
not.
a shirt for it or no?
Yes, he would wear a shirt. That would be nice.
Huh.
We see Cullinane around his family and we're like, why is he using a British accent?
So much smarter. Oh my God! I read something in Us Weekly today. It was unbelievable. You did? Wow. Tell us, Dave. Let us sink. Let us inhale your knowledge. Let's take a few calls. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Did you watch that whole Full Swing thing?
I skipped a couple episodes, I must confess.
Gets worse and worse.
Fitzpatrick one's a little tough.
Yeah, it was bad.
Problem is, a lot of these guys are just boring. They're just dull guys.
Yes. There's just no. It's like, to me, it's like a Saturday afternoon VH1. Like
Feels like Inside the PGA Tour, which I used to watch all the time.
something. Like
There's a lose something that it's like Hard Knocks was like that you were watching this past week. Happened. You know what I mean? Like, isn't this
Yeah,
a
well, I mean, if
something
you're super into golf, like I am, like the schedule of the way they do it is all messed up too. It jumps around. Like you would think that you'd also think that the PGA Championship is the center of the universe. Everything goes. I'm not sure what's going on, but
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's really resonated either.
And they made what's his name? Joel
Damon.
Damon.
Yeah.
They made him out to be like he's the poorest person in America. He's made like $15 million on tour.
I don't feel that's not even getting endorsements.
True.
Yeah, I do not feel bad for him. I do not at all. No, it's just mediocre. I tweeted out. And blindmike.net, of course, the center of all the controversy.
Yes. Scandals and Animals is our new format.
Absolutely. And Quincy.
That's right.
Ugh. All right, let's go. Let's talk to the people.
Ring, ring, David. It's Sebastian.
Oh, wow.
Hello, Sebastian.
Would he make the cut?
David, I think you and I got off on the wrong foot. Is that safe to say?
That's safe to say, yeah.
I think maybe we'll try a new approach where we're more forthright in our feelings. Do you despise me, David? Do you despise my lifestyle?
I don't hate anybody. And I certainly don't hate your lifestyle. I'm an ally.
Do you think I wanted to fall in love with your father?
Do you think he wanted that?
That's the problem. I mean, you can't. The heart wants what, like Woody Allen said. The heart wants what it wants.
Right.
Now, I've been calling this show for a few months without any results, so I thought maybe I'd take a different approach. I don't think it was quite fair to you to start with the gory details of our sex life, but maybe tell you a little bit about our courtship.
Oh, that could be romantic, Dave.
It's more wholesome.
Yeah.
Now, of course, your father and I skipped the courtship in the beginning, but we did have a courtship, of course, in Dedham. And
after,
I'm wondering now why, Westwood, Norwood. I knew my way to the tool shed, David.
There
were many holes filled in that backyard, if you know what I'm talking about.
Timely. Interesting Dave would say that.
After our magic week in Dedham, I, of course, had to return home to the Finger Lakes. I live in a small town of Elmira, and your father, he wrote me off, and I couldn't get him back, but there's one trick, David, for your father. I don't know if you know this, but if you say that you've got a flat tire, Big Jack has to come fix it.
You did know that, Dave.
I do know that.
That is a Jack fact. That's true.
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
He came down to Elmira, and
it's a hell of a drive.
Wandered the Finger Lakes, bird watching.
How apropos.
Yes.
I cooked him up some scallops, and your father loves scallops, David. I don't know if you know that.
I do know.
Oh, true, Dave.
Is that true?
Right?
He does.
Oh, does he?
He knows a lot about this guy. I gotta say.
Go ahead, Sebastian.
He was out working on the tire, and of course, it wasn't actually broken. I had busted a hole in it, and I had made those scallops, and I lined them up in a little bit of a maze, if you will. And your father was on his hands and knees, one by one, eating those scallops until I brought him right up to the loft. There, I'll stop with the gory details, but let's just say I fried his scallop, David. I love your father very much. And, you know, David.
That's sweet.
All this talk about Big Jack, I used to call him Short Stack. He wasn't all that tall.
Right.
But
the perfect height for
David,
you, right,
I think
Sebastian?
that you and I need to repair our relationship, so I'll focus on that for the time being, and then I'll get back to finding Big Jack. Fair enough?
That's fair enough. I appreciate it.
Have a nice day, David.
It's very possible a year from now, Jack and Sebastian will be married, and Nipples and Albert will be married. And that's just the way this show should end, honestly.
Yep. And then Dave won't know what happened. I think our lives are pretty nice.
And Michael will be sitting around the Cullinane house and be, you really are smart, Dave. Wow. Kathy, I'll have another pancake. Dave, tell me more.
I'll tell you what I enjoyed about that call is Dave's father loves scallops so much.
They'll crawl around for it.
That Dave couldn't even deny it. He was like, yes.
The man has a passion for it.
As a matter of fact, he does.
He's crawling around the ground eating them. It seems in Elmira, New York. Jeez. Hello.
Hey, Kirk, it's Nicolas Cage.
Oh. Hey, Nicholas, how are you?
Good, thanks. May I ask you a trivia question?
You might. I have trivia tonight, so I should get ready for it.
All right. Last Wednesday, you picked your Minahan Lock of the Week, which was for Patrick Rogers to finish in the top 40 at Riviera this past weekend.
I don't recall.
Now, with all due respect, I did a slightly better job at picking locks in my film Gone in 60 Seconds, which was released in the year 2000. Can you name your fellow Kirk, who finally secured his first PGA Tour win at the Riv that same year?
Kirk Triplett?
That's right, Kirk.
Oh, good.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Nicolas Cage. Thank you.
Nicolas Cage would have been great at Family Feud, honestly, hosting Family Feud.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. You should
Never
practice with him,
realized that
Dave.
before,
Yeah.
Ooh.
They load up?
Hold on.
What's wrong?
Just dropped on us.
The call's dropped on us.
Yes.
What do you mean? We lost the.
Yeah. It's never happened before.
Has it not? I feel like it did with Steve. Maybe no.
Probably.
I think. What is going on with Steve? What is going on with Steve exactly? Do we have a?
I only heard the clip that you played of him on Shattuck's show. That's all I know.
Okay, with the friggin' what's it called? The
the students who are
Yeah.
that are boycotting. I don't know if that's still going on there, but all right, we're back.
Okay, hello.
Hey, how we doing?
Good, thank you.
I think Mazz might have been a little flustered because Jon Stewart called the show earlier on Friday.
Did he?
What did he have to say?
Yes, Dave should have the audio.
I don't remember if I heard that. Did I hear the audio?
It's
Did we
I think
post
it's
it?
in your Twitter. Yeah.
I will take a look.
Yeah, I'll take a look. I didn't see that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
He was at the show the other night. That guy, right?
Yes.
I'll say a couple people told me not just who they were as callers, but kind of their origin story. I don't know if I love that because now whenever they call, I'll always
I don't
think
like
of
it.
that.
Yeah, I don't like it either. No,
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that. No, you gotta you either stick to it or you don't.
Right.
So I actually like Kirk's desk at those live events because
He's
will never break character.
Never.
Ever.
Just lying here like
Get
a piece of wood.
creaky. Yeah, it's getting tougher every year. Hello.
Kirk.
Yep.
Honest question. Nipples clearly has a thing for Alba, correct?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
I don't blame him. She's great. She's a lovely woman, very attractive.
Desirable lady.
Yeah.
She's a very handsome woman from everything I've heard, but like he clearly wants to give her the old Bosnian bubble bath.
Well, Mrs. Nipples is at all these events.
That's true.
That's the thing.
I don't mean to get.
Well, that
I don't mean
makes
to.
it
I don't
weird,
mean to delve into the details of your intimate life, Mike. I wouldn't do it. But she ever get angry at you that your nipples are not fully erect? Does she ever slap you in anger or no?
Has
I'll have to re-examine. I don't really remember.
Okay, I'm just saying. Wearing a nipples shirt with like a custom made, like that's
a sweet gesture.
The kind of thing we should probably institutionalize.
It's a sweet gesture.
A sweet gesture.
What was a gift for? She made it for him.
Oh.
Okay, she
That's
should be.
uncomfortable.
She should also be instituted. She almost went into the car that night, right? The Justin night.
Yes. Due to peer pressure. I don't know that she wanted to, but she almost did.
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry, Colin.
Mike, would you watch?
Yeah, I would think you would.
Luckily, I'm in a
They wouldn't
position
even
that
know that
doesn't
Mike-
turn me on, but I.
Would you be willing to, if X amount of subscribers, would you put that on blindmike.net?
Yeah, we get to 10,000 this
You do
month.
it?
Yeah, sure.
That seems fair. Seems reasonable for everybody.
Hey, we're almost over
Just a
550,
cigarette
folks. Get
burning
us
in the
there.
corner and a lot of tears, just watching.
All right, we get the point, Colin.
Yes.
We got it there. We got it. We got it.
Oh, you want my real answer? No, yes, it would ruin my life. Yes. Yeah.
I get over it.
I would eventually.
They loaded up?
Load up.
Oh, my goodness. Hello.
Hey, it's Patrick Rogers.
Oh, hey, Pat. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, doing good, man. Took a long weekend, played a little hooky from work.
I saw that. Hey, look, you grinded. You grinded the last 18. I get no problems with you. You did your best. They don't all hit.
Yeah, well, hey, I mean, I figured it out a little bit at the end on Friday. Turns out the higher number irons, they don't go as far as the lower number. How does that make any sense?
No, we're good, Patrick. It's a conversation. Fuck you. Hello.
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 Yes, I have two questions for Dave Cullinane and one question for my Mike.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Dave, do you like anal stimulation?
I don't think I've ever had any form of anal stimulation.
Really?
Yeah.
Has your wife ever put a finger in your butt?
Well, the answer is no.
No.
So it skips a generation.
Finger bowls.
Mike,
Yes.
are you going to let Alba peg your asshole so she doesn't leave you for nipples?
That's a fair question.
These are all very inappropriate. I hope you realize that. But to go back to the earlier conversation, that's another thing I was trying to avoid.
Well, yeah. I like the idea of this Nipples guy getting the text at 4:00 on show day and looking at it and just like, nope, she's not coming.
Damn.
Well, I guess we gotta go anyway.
I have new. At least I have news for Tim Ridgels. I can tell him that she won't be there.
That's true. That's true. She never worked with him, right?
With Tim Ridgels?
Yeah,
No, I don't
okay.
believe so. No, not to my knowledge, anyways. He hasn't brought it up to
It's like a weird, almost like Twilight Zone thing where she just had former jobs with all these people. Oh, Steve Snell. Sure, yeah, great guy. Hello.
Hey, I had a question for Mike. You can answer too, Kirk.
Thank you.
My kid was talking this weekend about which would he rather be, blind or deaf, and I was thinking, Mike, would you, since you've been blind so long, I think any sane person would be like, I'd much rather be deaf. But since you've been blind so long, would that be almost scary? And like you use your ears for everything you do with your job. Would that be where? Would you be more scared? Would you trade? And would you rather be deaf?
I think we understand the question.
It's an interesting form of that question, though. So I always say deaf, probably because I never experience it. But I think deaf would be my answer. But that's interesting. I'm used to being blind, so that would entirely change my life.
No movies, really. No TV, really.
But I can see perfectly in this scenario.
Yes. Yeah, sure. Why not?
See, I might go with that because there's little things.
But you're not going to enjoy.
You can read lips. You can read subtitles.
You're not going to appreciate a TV show or not the same way.
No.
Definitely not the same, but...
Could I hear the first... Have I heard the first 30 years of my life? Have I been able to hear? And now I'm deaf.
Get his number. Mike can call him after the show. I don't know. I don't know this.
Sorry, call back.
I don't know. He will. Believe me, he will. They load up, Dave?
Yes.
That's a good question.
It was a good question.
I don't know the answer to that. Hello.
Hey, I have a question for Dave. Dave, following up on last week, did you get those numbers for the Nardini podcast?
I don't remember this.
No, I did not audit Eric Nardini's
That was a call
podcast.
last week. I don't remember that call.
Why not?
I had one other question too, but what were those numbers, Dave? Sorry.
I think they were strong. I think.
Is that
Best
true?
of the company, I hear.
Oh, that's
They
great.
were.
Great. We root for everything to do
you
well.
have a
here.
ranking for those? Or?
Call. What
Do you have a rank?
What is your call? What is your guess? We'll see if it matches. Dave will look it up. We'll see how you do.
I would have to say it's bottom 10%, unless we're talking about a squash coach getting involved in the mix. And I got the topics.
Unbelievable. Goodbye. Hurtful. Again, as somebody who, when I've been in trouble professionally, has had my back. This is what we do to enemies, not to people who have tried to help us in the past.
Also, bottom 10%, I don't think you're aware how many podcasts Barstool has, you know? Quite a lot.
I think you meant the world.
Oh, yeah. Just in general.
I don't know. Yeah, Nardini is. We texted the other day actually, but I think very down on your host. I think I get that sense.
Do you think that's because you want I know you criticized the podcast and then you guys were fine after that?
Yeah.
Or do you think there's always been
maybe
fuck him sort of a thing?
I don't know. I mean, I cannot stress enough how great she's been to me when I've been in real trouble or always had my back. So I'll always be a huge Erica fan. So. It's a shame she doesn't like Kirk Minahan anymore. But that's such his life.
I don't believe that's true.
Oh, I think that's true.
No.
But such his life. Like that, this is my cross to bear. I burn these. I'm not sure why. I'm sure
it might
there's
be.
something wrong.
You did say you had a great interaction with Jay Snowden, and I mean, he is basically. I mean, he's top of the food chain now.
That's true.
You know?
That's true. Yeah, that's true. It's one man once said, "Pretty good contact I have." Huh?
Tussle his hair.
Hello.
So I think Dave's family on Family Feud would be great because we'd get a combo of two shows, which is Family Feud, and Dave says the darndest things.
That's true.
Where, they'd say, name something that annoys you. And someone would say, getting cut off or getting interrupted. And Dave would just start a 35-minute rant. Someone telling him how to have a nice day.
Yeah, I don't know how to do the show in 22 minutes, honestly.
It'd be a bunch of strange edits.
When the cashier says, have a nice day, and I'm just thinking, don't fucking tell me what to do. Don't talk down to me.
That's a good
Who
point.
do you think you are? Yeah. And, of course, Kirk, he could always go with, when you're trying to solve a murder, and you knock on almost a dozen doors.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I think we knocked on almost a dozen doors, Dave said.
We've knocked on a dozen doors. Show me when the guy in front of you at Dunkin' Donuts leaves a tip.
I like Dave saying, spare me to Steve Harvey.
He would go viral. There'd be something Dave would say that would be a viral clip.
Oh, for sure.
Those clips are big on Instagram.
Yeah, 8 million TikTok
Yeah,
views.
yeah, yeah.
That's true, yeah. Hello.
Hey, Kirk. when you retire from Barstool next year, which I hope never happens, would you have any interest in doing like a Patreon where you can make your own schedule, make your own price, and not have any boss at all?
You make your own schedule
That's
here.
basically what I have here, honestly. Like I work for, but they don't. That's not the issue. Take the right or take the left, or don't. Stop at the blinker, please. I have no. I mean, I have a boss, obviously, but not really. Like, we can do whatever we want. Dave, you had at any point you ever had anybody above you say anything?
No.
Like, other than me, I mean, like anybody?
Nope.
Blattman?
Not really.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, I haven't. So would I go to Patreon? Would I stoop to Patreon? Certainly
A lot
not.
of pretty successful podcasters on there.
Certainly
A lot of
not.
pretty big.
You got to hit rock bottom.
A lot of money.
God.
Lot of money there to be made.
Jeez. The only thing worse than that's a free Substack. I mean, yeah.
There's also a 6-car pileup now because you told that guy to turn his blinker off.
Hello.
Hey, Kirk. Remember a few weeks back when Steve was on and you guys were talking about picking up dog poop?
Yes. Yes, I do.
So Steve was all proud that he had a fenced-in yard, and he said he doesn't have to pick up dog shit anymore. I'm just confused how that negates him from picking up dog shit. Like, does he just walk around?
I
in
did
his
get a
backyard
tweet about that
step on shit?
after the fact. I think he meant he doesn't have to do it like going on walks. I think that's what he meant, because boy, if he didn't, that's a tremendous amount of shit, I would say.
Right.
I think he meant like I don't have to pick it up immediately.
Maybe I could see
Right.
Steve being the guy like, oh, it's good for the soil.
I guess. I mean, with the Clydesdale in the winter, he'll take a poop in the backyard in the morning. It's not getting scooped up every morning. Maybe every couple of days there's a big scoopathon occasionally in the winter. So maybe that's what Steve means.
Yeah,
maybe.
right.
Or maybe not. Maybe you're right. Maybe he's like, oh, this is good for,
Yeah.
good for growing more grass and stuff, which wouldn't surprise me with Steve.
This is actually totally random. But when I take my dog out to piss at night, I always piss outside. I love it. I don't know why. I just piss on the side of my house,
Good way to become
basically.
a sex offender, but yeah.
So I've been doing it for a long time.
Uh-huh.
And then this weekend, I took my dog out to pee at like 4:30, just like
in the morning?
4:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And my instinct went off to pee outside at that moment as well. And it took me way too long to realize what the fuck I was doing.
Interesting.
Way too long.
We asked 100 people, what's the best place to piss other than your toilet?
You don't like to pee outside?
Sure. I mean, yeah.
Not when a
do
toilet's
that.
available.
I mean, I prefer to pee in the toilet. If
Do
everything's
you prefer
equal.
to pee in a toilet than pee outside?
If everything's
I would
equal.
definitely prefer to pee outside.
I was always worried a police officer's going to drive by.
Yeah.
You become like a sex offender for that.
Even if I'm alone, I get some sort of stage fright as well.
Yeah, it's like way more euphoric is a little too dramatic. But like if you have to pee and you're not at home, peeing in the woods and shit like that feels amazing.
Well, there's no better feeling in the world than peeing when you really have to pee.
Right.
Sure.
It's the best. There's just not better. That's the best. That'd be number one if I had to. Steve would. Mike would say. You know what, Steve? I'd say banging. That's what you'd say. Seems like you dog.
Oh my God! He rolls his eyes. Show me banging.
Wouldn't it be making whoopee would be the answer?
Yes. Yeah. It would be, yeah. Silly time.
They do sugar walls for vagina or no? Have they done that yet?
There was something good for vagina last week, but I can't
really?
remember. Yeah.
Huh.
I'll tell you what I like though. Is that guy? When was Steven? At least a month ago, right?
I think so.
And that guy has been for a month. He's been like, God, what did he mean by that?
I gotta call him.
Yeah.
Today's the day. I'm gonna do it. They load up. Hello. A few more.
Hey, Kirk, I need your help.
I'm here to help.
So, got tickets to the Masters Wednesday this year. First time ever. Never been. I know you're an expert. Where do we park? What do I do? Who do I follow? Where do I stand? What do I eat? When do I get the merch?
First of all,
You got any help?
congratulations. Welcome to the family. Who are you taking?
Thank you. Good friend, another Minifan.
Okay. Oh, great. What day are you going?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay. Well, you'll see where to park. They walk you through it. Very easy. Free parking. A lot of room, Mike. Free parking.
Room.
You walk in. You basically follow people. You don't bring your phone. Do not bring your phone. You'll see the mass of people going in there. You'll just follow them. The big merchandise thing will be on your right immediately. If you buy a bunch of stuff right there, they will then ship it back to you give it. They'll ship it for you if you want right there.
Why do you say don't bring your phone?
The Master's not allow you to bring your phone on the course.
Oh, they don't give you a sleeve or whatever the fuck it is?
No, you don't bring. No, you
Gotcha.
just leave it in the car. You can leave the premises twice during the day and check it. You get your food. I get my food after the 11th hole, heading up to the 12th. There's a nice place there. That's where you get your, you get your chicken sandwich. You want your cheese one or whatever. Your great deals. Do that. Follow whoever you want. I mean, I'm not going to tell you who to follow, but just enjoy it. Get there right away and leave when they kick you out. Soak in every second of it.
Thanks, Kirk. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
I have 2 questions for Kirk, and I have a question for David Colney.
Okay, good morning.
First question to you, Kirk. If the opportunity presented itself, would you go on Golf Talk with Hannah Cook?
Sure. Why not?
Second question. Do you think Michelle Wu gives Brian McGrory blowjobs on a regular basis or no?
Yes, I do.
Really?
I do. Yeah, I do.
David, do you think Jack Colney is tall enough to give Sebastian a blowjob or no?
I don't think that should. Well, Dave should answer. But
I'm sure he's tall enough. Yes.
if they're in bed together, I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
think
sure he's tall
heights-
enough. Yeah.
You're sure?
I'm sure he can maneuver. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
And that man's name is Kevin.
You're quite a Friday show with that guy. Hello.
Kirk, I want to apologize. I've only heard the first half hour of the show, but I got to come clean because I have reached out to someone in your personal life to make a connection.
Go ahead.
I will say they haven't responded to me, so there is that upside.
Okay.
But Peter French seems like he's just ignoring me.
Yeah, that's Tim. He's been deceased for some time now. I don't think that's necessary.
What?
That's hurtful. I don't think there's any upside to that.
He's outraged.
What is your as somebody who has towed the line very well over the years into what is your take on Nipples Gate?
That's a fun name.
Oh, geez, that's a loaded gun.
Let me ask you this, Tim. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, did you know? Has he told you this at shows? I'm sure he has. No question. No question.
Long time, but that actually, Mike, it was when during the 5K, so we were all there in Salty.
Oh, she was there.
and Alba was there.
That makes more sense in a situation like that.
But never since. But no,
Right.
there's 2 different worlds. This is playtime. You just,
Why don't you have a talk with him, Tim? Like from
As the leader,
I'm going to do a Tim talk.
Get your men in line.
A Tim talk would be good on this subject. Like I think it makes some sense. Well, yeah, I don't think Pete's getting back
Well,
to you.
I will. I'll be happy to do that. But can you commit to getting Peter to call me? I'm not believing this whole deceased thing.
I'll do my
into it,
best.
so.
I was certainly at the services. I think he's deceased, but I'll do my best. I'll find out.
Thank you. That's all I can ask.
All right,
Good day.
Thank you.
Peter French is a great name.
Yeah, great guy. He was a good guy. My best buddy all through high school, and passed away in 2002.
Allegedly,
at the age of 27. I thought. Who knows? Yeah, we'll find out. Hello.
Hey, Kirk, I got a couple questions for you. One is kind of a more inside your life question, and the other is kind of a technical question for Dave.
Okay.
First question for you. During Jon Stewart, you were talking about if Dave ever just like turns the radio off and listens to music. Since you're rich, why don't you buy like a nice manual convertible Porsche to just drive around on like a Sunday? You seem like a big Sunday driver type of guy.
Not really. I mean, my daughter's 16 now. My son's 10. Like, I'm not taking long Sunday drives. But I don't know. What does that have to do with Dave? I'm confused. What are you trying to get to?
Because Dave was driving Mike to the Jon Stewart.
Oh,
event,
gotcha.
and
I'm
he
sorry.
was
Yeah,
talking
I
about-
gotcha. Yeah, I gotcha. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, maybe when I get older, I will, enjoy a nice Sunday drive, which I do. I mean, like this morning, it was a nice day out, had the windows down. I did have a little music on low, but it was not, it was not prominent. Once in a while, it's just good to get away. And look, it's worked for Dave. He's the genius of his family. So I don't know.
Smart.
Yeah.
And then with Here's a question. Are you, because when you were doing radio, are you ham radio certified?
No.
Me or Dave?
Both. I guess both.
No.
Because you guys were broadcasting a frequency, no?
On where? On EI?
Yeah, just like in general, don't you have to have a ham radio license to broadcast through radio waves?
I never got.
No, that would be your
I didn't know.
the entities we worked for.
Well, I
were
wasn't.
licensed.
Thank you for the call. I wasn't doing the broadcasting through it. You know, what was big into that was Letterman.
Big into what, ham radio?
Yeah, like he'd be talking to guys and like whatever.
Is that like CB radio or is that different?
Yeah, I think it's. I don't even know. It's
Yeah.
creepy. Hello.
Mike, it's Nipples. What's going on?
Oh well. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Listen, Mike, we're gonna have to work
Mike,
something out.
hold Nipples. Hold on, Nipples. Mike, keep in mind this is a subscriber.
Right, I understand.
Mike.net,
Yes, I understand. Yes, go ahead, sir.
I've done a lot of thinking about this. Mike, why don't I take Alba Monday, Wednesday, Friday? You take her Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and we'll switch off Sunday.
That seems
extraordinarily reasonable.
That's a fair offer.
I didn't think you would handle it with such tact and grace.
It's not really fair. I used to see her at work every single day. We'd
Right.
text, we'd send gifts back and forth. It would
Yeah.
be
You had a head
funny,
start
and now
on
I
me, I
don't get to see her at all. So why don't you be the bigger man
Right.
and agree to this?
Would you be willing to then?
Oh, this would be me being the bigger man.
Would Mike get Mrs. Nipples on those off days? Nipples.
I didn't think of that, but yeah, that's fair. Sure,
Okay.
yeah. You
All right.
can
Very.
You got yourself a deal,
but
but
T-shirt though, you can't wear. You cannot wear the Mr. Nipple T-shirt.
No,
with
that's
Mrs. Nipples.
yeah, that's not fair. Yeah. Oh, there's the baby in the back. It's the perfect spike on the whole thing. All right, see you later.
the T-shirt is kind of a deal breaker. I would like to wear that as,
Yeah, that seems only fair.
you know. I forgot until it happened. That's the other thing I was worried about. Was that being a narrative?
Well, I think it's gone now. Don't
It's
worry
out of
about
my
it.
hands now. Yeah.
I don't think it'll ever happen again. Hello.
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 I have 2 questions for Kirk and 1 question for Blind Mike.
Go ahead.
Is this a third guy?
No, I think it's the first guy
Okay,
again.
all right.
The second guy was the original guy, I think. Hello.
Kirk, have you ever licked a vagina?
I have. Yes, I have.
Good for you.
Have you ever licked an asshole?
I can say I have not.
Mike,
Yes, sir.
are you going to let Mrs. Nipples hold your dick and balls while she licks your asshole?
That's 3 days a week, Mike. I mean, you have needs. Some days 4. Some days 4 days.
It's not my first go-to, but I imagine eventually, if it's every week for the rest of our lives,
What if
you're going to get
what
bored.
if you really fell in love on those Tuesdays and Thursdays? Those Wednesdays would be brutal.
We wouldn't have much to talk about, so you got to fill the time somehow.
That's
you know?
true.
Yeah.
Well, it's Thursday. Wonder how they're doing.
Yeah, back to the grind tomorrow, you know?
Do I see you this Sunday or next Sunday? I was getting confused. Hello. Hello.
Goodbye.
Load up, Dave.
Oh, yeah. You almost.
They're loaded up, yeah?
They're still loaded up, yeah.
Hello. People who chew with their mouths open are the worst, aren't they? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, it's
they're
not great.
real obnoxious. That's become like, as I've gotten older, growing. Not kids. It's okay, but when adults do it.
What
wonder
sparked that,
Were they
though?
raised? I just saw it the other day. Like, who raised you? Why is this happening?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care for it. I don't even like talking. Sometimes you have to in conversation, but I don't like talking with your mouth full.
No, but my late great ASMR girl did that. So
yeah,
thinking of her today. Hello. Every day, really. Hello.
Goodbye.
What are you doing, Dave?
No, it's not me. They're not there. What do you want?
Hello.
Hey, Kirk, question for Dave, but first a little praise for you. I've been seeing a lot of the Patrick Rogers hate, and then obviously you were talking about some of the good picks, and I'd just like to remind you, perhaps one of the best picks from the clouds was PGA Championship, Cameron Young.
I know.
Top 3, and
Yeah.
if you bet that top 20, top 10, top 5,
I
that's
made a lot of
good
money.
payoff
Thank
for
you.
some
No,
people.
I mean,
Just a little reminder.
if somebody's bet $1 million in every one of my golf picks right now, they would have like $300-400 million. That's a fucking fact.
Wow.
Yeah, fact, Mike.
Where did Patrick Rogers finish?
Correct.
Like 80th or something.
Uh,
you missed the cut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was not good. It was not. They're not all going to be hits, you know.
I understand.
Hello. Yeah, you have a question for Dave, you said.
Dave, question?
Yep.
Yes. With the rumor floating around last week, Dave, I was wondering if Family Feud might be a good opportunity to address the fact that you sleep with your sister, and maybe we could get which sister you sleep with, or maybe that's why.
Well, hold on,
Where are these rumors starting?
Where was this rumor? Where was this rumor beginning, Dave?
There have been rumors.
Are you actually asking me that?
I don't know. It was online.
I think somebody said something on the show about that.
Who did?
It was like a caller or something.
I don't remember
think.
this.
Did you confirm it or deny it?
I chose not to answer that question. Yeah.
Interesting choice.
Is that person?
Well, I think
is that rumored
it's
person?
a national stage you'd be able to address.
Is that rumored person part of your lineup?
There's no specific person.
Okay.
It's part of that, yeah.
Is this kind of like Obama not never addressing the birth certificate thing? Like
Correct.
if you do, it gives it credence. You know.
That's true.
Yeah.
You might want to deny it.
I have not slept with my sister before. Wait. I'm not sleeping with my sister.
What?
I'm not. Is that what it was?
Well, it depends on what your definition of the word is.
All of this is a no. How about just no?
When you say I'm not sleeping with my sister, it suggests that like you have before.
I've never slept with my sister.
Your confusion at the question is really what's troubling.
I'm not confused. I have never slept with my sister.
Okay, good. There you go.
Thanks for bailing me out, Dave.
Nice.
I appreciate it.
Oh, I don't know.
They'll both live on, I'm sure.
Hello, that was an odd denial. I will say that.
Wait.
Dave, don't want to be this caller because that was a really weird answer.
All time strange.
Just worded incorrectly. Sure.
Yeah.
It wasn't, though. You worded it correct.
Whatever. Go on.
Gotta say, Dave, you were spot on about the shower the other day with the tip of your dick.
Oh,
Really?
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I didn't know that.
Thank you.
Yes. This is, I gotta say, I was shocked to hear this on the show because the first time I ever came out of my penis, I was in the shower after a dance, maybe 5th, 6th grade. Water's hitting it and it just started coming out. I had no idea what was happening. Almost had a panic attack in the shower.
Well, you got to remember, like, no matter how weird you think you are while you're doing something, there's somebody else doing that. It's just a weird world, you know?
So
That's not weird.
Well, you know what I'm saying? No matter, like, he thought he was alone, I'm saying.
I don't know if I remember this. Did he say came from the water hitting his dick?
No, you did not, right?
I did say it feels good.
Yeah, but you do jerk
Yes,
yourself
I'm
off.
stroking. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. I would remember that if it
Yeah.
was just immediate ejaculation.
No.
Right. How's your sister enjoy that shower experience?
No.
You
No,
opened the
just
door
no.
to these questions.
Just
They have to
no.
be asked now.
None of this has ever happened.
Well, good.
Emphatically. Do you emphatically deny it?
I deny everything. I deny it.
Good.
I deny
Smart.
it.
Always
I'm
do that.
just trying to say as little as humanly possible.
I understand.
I deny.
Good. Hello.
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 My dear friend Michael, what did we have for dinner last night, buddy?
What did I have?
He's going to lie about it. We know that.
I'm probably lying, but lamb, as a matter of fact.
Really?
Oh.
Yes.
Wow. Pretty good. Thanks for the call.
That's it.
Did you go out to eat? Just made lamb at home.
I hate to say where I was. I was at the in-laws.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got Nipples scraps.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever he didn't finish.
Were you even allowed in? Did you be outside?
They bring me out a dog bag. Yeah.
Well, whenever you ask me about golf course, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, I didn't play it. I played it. Who cares?
He's a golf guy. You're a two golf guy. Maybe you should
That's
golf
true.
together.
Oh, I would love that.
I have.
You've golfed with him?
Yeah.
Where?
I played a few holes in Mississippi.
Oh, I remember that. Yep. Yeah.
They give you my social security number when you're out.
Hello.
Hey, Kirk, I watched a pretty interesting video on YouTube over the weekend talking about Larry Bird and how he would fit in today's game. And as somebody who didn't get to watch him, and I know you're probably biased, but do you think he would have been better in this era when you look at
Yes.
Luka and
Yes, for sure.
Jokic?
I mean, I don't know if he'd be better, but he'd score way more points because he'd shoot way more threes. Like, he didn't shoot threes a lot back then. He'd average 35 points.
Right.
Yeah.
You think he could be in the triple double discussion for a season, or is that not really
he
his
was.
game?
Yeah, he was yes, of course. What the fuck are we doing here? What? No, I don't think he'd make the NBA. He's fucking Larry Bird, of course. Jesus Christ, hang up on this idiot. I saw Jason Tatum score like 80 points in that stupid game last night.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he was the MVP. 55 points or something.
Good for him.
Yeah. I saw your boy there. Deuce was there too, though. Deuce Tatum.
My boy?
Yes.
Oh, good. I'm sure he was the star of the show.
No, he's the greatest.
Belle of the ball.
No question. Hello.
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 I have one question for Kirk and one question for David.
Different
Cullen.
phone numbers.
You can't have three.
He's pulling a case move on you, Dave, with these different numbers. You have a question for who, caller? I'm sorry.
I have one question for Kirk and one question for David Cullen.
Why don't you ask Dave first? How's that? I like the second call today.
Dave, are you going to let Sebastian fuck you in the ass when your dad dies?
Oh.
No, I'm not going to let Sebastian fuck me in the ass when my dad dies.
They would both be grieving at that point.
Might be a nice way to bond together. I don't know.
I suppose, but in those moments, I guess people grieve in different ways.
It's true. How freaked out, because now when your dad dies, I hope a long time from now, some guy pretending to be Sebastian will go to the wake.
It very well might be, yeah.
That's a shame.
I mean, you're aware of that, right?
Worse that they might go to the wake, because then you're always wondering, I don't know this guy.
Yeah.
Is that Sebastian?
And some guy will come up and be like, hey, it's, Yeah, question for me as well, Dave. Yes, call.
Kirk.
Yeah.
Did you let Moss Dudley fuck you in the ass?
I mean,
your
these
mom
are very
died?
graphic.
Well, hold on.
I think the original guy is a little more
See,
subtle.
the joke about Dave is Sebastian. I mean, my mom is actually dead. The answer is yes, I did, but that's a different conversation.
Why would you? I guess would be my question.
Well, again, I mean, it's made sense. I don't know if Moss. First of all, Moss Dudley and my mom went on a couple of dates. I'm not sure that they necessarily had sexual intercourse.
I forget Moss Dudley's a real guy.
No, Moss Dudley's a real guy.
I forget that.
I remember the first time I remember exactly. It was just me, my mom, and Ryan. We were at Pizzeria Uno in Burlington, and she told us that she dated a couple of guys before my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And she said one of the guys happened to be a black guy. And we're like, oh, that's interesting given the time and everything and whatever. And I said, what was his name? And she said his name was Moss Dudley.
Feels like a Howard Stern character.
I almost did like a spit take, literally. Like, that was really his name? And yeah, it was a bit of a controversy within the Doucette family, my mom's maiden name.
Oh, interesting.
But it was okay.
Progressive.
Yeah. But I'm not sure. I don't know that they necessarily had intercourse. I have no idea.
Right.
She didn't say.
No, that makes sense.
I should have asked, I guess, in retrospect. I'll never know. We never had Moss on. I mean, we have, but I don't think Moss speaks like that.
He could.
I guess.
He's from a different generation.
That's what Mazz thinks. Hello.
Yes, Dave, just a quick update. Want to know how much you've jerked off since I last called in on Wednesday? And also, do you use the same shower that your kids also use?
No, I would never do that.
Yeah, they're rubber duckies.
No, I would never.
You can't do that.
Can't do that. No, you can't do that.
Dad, my toys are out. There's these white stains.
What's going on, Dad?
So I took Friday off. That was a win for me.
Friday you took off.
That was a big win. And then Saturday,
I heard about this in the car.
something unexpected hit my timeline, and my brain started to go in a different direction.
What
so
was that?
unfortunately, just like somebody, when you see somebody that, not that you know, but that you've interacted with before.
Oh my God.
And that they start their own OnlyFans, it hits you in a different way.
And there's a sexually graphic image.
Yeah.
apparently.
Who's that?
And it hits the timeline.
Send it to me. Go ahead. Just text me I'll be curious about
I don't care. Can I just say her name?
I don't care.
Formerly in law
Leah Janduso, the one who Turtle Boy was with, and then the state trooper or whatever.
She's on.
All of a sudden, she just shows up on my timeline. Like,
you joined her OnlyFans account?
I didn't join yet. She hasn't launched it yet, but I will.
She gave some good advertising.
That's a
You're
great.
so inspired by it. That's great.
I mean, it's authentic. I don't know her, but you feel like you kind of know. That's a great move.
Well, that's great, Dave. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But I didn't do it yesterday, so I guess I got one day on me.
Well, fantastic. Yeah. All right, we'll take one or two more calls. Hello.
Hey, Kirk, it's Fred Toucher.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard this, but it sounds like Fred's struggling with his voice a lot.
Oh, no.
Oh, I can't stand that Maserati. I hope he gets fired, Kirk. Then you can come in and save the day.
Okay, Fred. Well, good to talk to you. Tonight was supposed to be the night, by the way, that Alex Bennett gave me the Springsteen show in Oklahoma.
Right.
Just
Didn't
saying.
happen.
Didn't happen.
She only would have had to pay $2 for those.
No shit. Yeah. Jesus. Hello.
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 I have a question for Kirk, and I have a question for Blind Mike.
This is a real one.
Outrageous.
We talked
I
about
know,
that.
I know.
All right, go ahead. We know.
Kirk, when you were young, did your dad ever spray spray paint his penis black in order to get your mom's attention, or no?
I mean, I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say yes because I don't know either way. I mean, it doesn't seem like something my dad would do. I'm going to say no.
Blind Mike,
yes,
have you ever been a circle jerk with your mom and your brother, or no?
Circle jerk?
Does Mike's mom have a penis?
What would she be doing in that? Is that like a fingering?
Jerking you both off, maybe?
That's
The
not
show's
circle
gotten
jerk,
very
though. That's
incestual today. What's going on here?
So much anal talk and all this
Incest
stuff.
all
What's
over the
happening?
place, and this is
just inappropriate.
By the way, no denial from Mike on that. Just for the record.
Well, I wanted to understand the full scope of his question. Maybe it was yes, maybe it was no. I don't understand quite what he meant.
Well, is he still on?
He's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah.
What I enjoy...
Anything in that... Oh, so you're not going to answer the question. Okay, that's fine.
It'll be in the book that Steve's writing.
He's really taking his time on that one.
What I like is when they ask, did your father ever spray... Like, as obviously the logical next step would be to spray paint his penis black. Did he ever do that?
Yeah, well, I mean...
I enjoy the phrasing of it.
That's sort of the Moss Dudley of it all, I guess.
Yeah, right,
I
right.
suppose.
Right.
Hello. Last call, if it's a good one, Dave. I feel like it's going to be that same guy or different.
I assume it will be.
Hello.
Good morning. It's Quinn, the rescue kitty.
Quinn the rescue.
Quinn the rescue.
Linda Marks.
Oh, Linda Marks' cat.
Oh, that's right. Yes, hello, Quinn.
I've been licking this bitch's box for about 11 years. It's catnip. She junks it.
Jesus.
It's fantastic.
Fairly graphic.
But it got old. Listen to these motherfucking songs day in, day out.
I can see that.
And I have to lick that rotten box
for
4 hours.
Yeah.
Do you think Quinn knows how big Linda Marks' clit is, by any chance?
Find out, I think. Yeah. I think there may be a connection there, Mike. Go ahead. Kind of a distinctive voice.
You broke me, boy.
I will say he's very focused on one topic.
As a sexually charged man, yes.
He loves that
Or
vagina.
cat.
Hello.
Oh, they got up. This one's a duplicate, so they hung up.
All right.
Yep.
Good enough. ZBiotics, is that right?
Yes.
They're with us this week?
Yes.
Is it a new advertiser?
Yes.
All right. Oh, boy, okay. The world's first genetically engineered probiotic invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. I obviously am not a drinker anymore. I will say, one of the many reasons I stopped was because of hangovers. I mean, good God almighty. And once you start getting those 2-day hangovers, I don't know if you guys have ever suffered through those.
No.
Oof, oofy, maloofy, maloofy, oofy. ZBiotics produces an enzyme to break this down. It will help you with a hangover. Drink it before you drink alcohol. Drink responsibly. You get a good night's sleep to feel your best tomorrow. Go to zbiotics.com/Kirk. You get 15% off your first order when you use my name, KIRK, at checkout. It's back with 100% money back guaranteed. So if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember to head to zbiotics.com/Kirk. Use my name at checkout, 15% off. Thank you to ZBiotics for sponsoring this episode, and of course, Milton's. So please help out those great advertisers as well. And go to blindmike.net, of course.
Thank you.
Where things are popping. Will there be a reaction to all this today on Blind Mike or no?
No, I don't think we'll be doing a show today. Like
No
I said,
show today.
we kind of talked about it as the show a little bit,
I see.
and I just got less and less annoyed by it. So there wasn't a lot to talk about. It would be fake now if I was like angry at Craig, you know.
And let me speak for Mike, and if he disagrees, of course, he's welcome to jump in. I don't think he needs Nipples to do the hey man like reach out.
Oh, that's been done.
Oh, it has.
Yeah. He apologized. I said no worries.
How? Oh, DM or something? What are you laughing at? Oh, did I stumble into something else?
He has my phone number.
Oh, right.
I don't know how he acquired it, but he's got it.
Oh, my God. Oh, jeez.
I may have given it to him at some point. That's possible.
Really?
I don't remember.
There's no way.
Why would you ever fucking do that? What are you, nuts?
I don't remember.
What are you, fucking insane?
Yes, a little bit.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
I don't remember how.
What was the text he sent you?
He heard it secondhand. He didn't hear the show yet, but he was like, I had no idea it bothered you, and I will respect your privacy, or something to that effect. I said, thank you.
That's classy, I guess.
And he asked I call him daddy, but
well, sure.
I didn't oblige.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, well, there you go. So it seems like it's done.
Yes, I mean, I would say so.
Okay.
Unless Craig wants to bring it up again and sandbag.
Well, he might. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? So we're back Wednesday with Mike. And then we may have Harry Minahan in here at the start of the show, Dave. We'll see.
Wow.
All right.
We'll see. He wants to do this battle. And then Friday we have who here?
We have Michael Montante in.
Mike Montante. Yeah.
And we have our friend with the hoarder dad of hers, Julie, will be in as well.
Oh.
Yes.
What do you think, Mike? Trying 3. What do you think? Too many voices or no?
Oh, I don't think it'll be too many. I mean, me and Clemmer have been in here. Me and Greg Poehler. There've been multiple people in here at once.
That's true. We'll see how it goes. All right, so we have that, and then anything else coming up of note or no? Till Maine? No,
don't believe so. No.
Okay.
Unless you want to do another live show that you've been thinking of or something.
I think so.
Dave's Family Feud audition.
That's
Look
true.
For that.
Yeah, send that, please. Let's get moving on that, Dave. We got to get ready for Maine. Is getting closer and closer, so we're like a month away. Yep. A little more than a month away, right? What date is Maine?
25th.
25th. Jesus Christ. So that's really next up. Good. Okay. Trivia tonight against Kevin and his team. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know.
Kevin, a wealthy man.
He is a wealthy man.
Yes.
Yep. Amazing. Amazing. I cannot believe it. But good for him.
Dave played a small, I guess Portnoy was on KFC radio.
Yeah, I saw that. They were actually doing it at that house that day, right, Dave?
Yeah. I didn't see them doing it that day. But
Dave was just playing it for a second, and I said it's funny that but the company and Dave in particular has gotten so big that Feidelberg and Kevin are basically doing it was a newspaper when you started?
They're so removed from each other. Yeah. It's true. It's true. They're in their own world, kind of like us. Like they just sort of operate in their own existence, which is good. So go listen to that. I heard it was pretty good. And then go to buymike.net, and we will be back Wednesday with Mike. And who knows what'll be going on with Mike's life at that point.
That's right.
Anything's possible.
Yeah, the house could be empty when I get back. Who knows? The apartment.
For sure. Who knows? Yeah. That'd be unbelievable. Just a T-shirt that said is there.
No.
I will talk to you Wednesday. Goodbye.